Happy holidays. Hello, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, man. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
He's over there at the I Hate Steven Singer's sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
You think we're up for an Ace Cosby joke of the day this early, Tom? What do you think?
Wow, special edition.
What do you think?
I think we could do that in just a second. Sounds great.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Christy's been awarded some awards. She's
That's
wearing a cleft. She's wearing some sort of patch there. She's a queen or something. Look at that.
Yeah, it's from the Ralph Lauren Academy.
Oh, no.
You finally graduated. Congratulations.
Wow, when did you get the Nobel in? I forget.
Not very many people can. You just got to have, what, $150 and you can get that vest.
Yeah,
but,
I'm guessing more.
Or shop at TJ Maxx.
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
Thank you.
Now, coming up today, comedian Myq Kaplan. He spells Myq, M-Y-Q. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, no,
he's a funny guy, but I've always, and he knows this, I've told him, I have issues with him spelling Myq, M-Y-Q.
Now, is that real or is that affectation?
I'm real or not, it still exists, and it's troubling. He knows that I feel that way, and I think
Myq.
it doesn't get in the way of him being funny.
Let Mike be Mike.
Okay. All right, I'm just...
Or Myq.
We wouldn't want Mike any other way, would we?
No, we would.
Good. We'll look forward to talking to him. We have comedian Al Jackson. We have Eddie Bonilla, our Pigskin Picks winner. Once again, the streak of Buckeye winners. He is from Struthers, Ohio.
And he is a Browns fan up there in Browns country.
Okay, well, I met a fellow Browns fan recently.
Yes?
You know, this weekend's the big Battle of Ohio. Bengals and Browns, Cincinnati. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Something's got to give.
How many points are the Browns getting?
7.
I was just going to say
7 or 8.
Better be a lot.
Damn it! I just looked at it.
Okay.
Why can't I remember?
We'll talk with him. He was our big winner, and since today is Thursday, that means that let's see, Week 16 NFL Pro Football begins this evening. You can be a winner.
Sneak peek up on Chick McGee at the Chick McGee on Instagram. There's a picture up there, so go for that.
That might be. You could use that as your guide. Now, Chick is picking against the spread, as will Eddie be doing when he takes on Chick later today. But for our little competition, just pick the winners. You don't even have to know about the spread or what it even means. BobandTom.com/contest at stake each week. That $500 gift certificate from my buddy Steven Singer at Steven Singer Jewelers. Needless to say, the clock is ticking. You might want to go to Steven Singer's website, IHateStevenSinger.com, and grab something quickly. Yesterday, I got caught up in shopping traffic.
Shopping fever? Oh.
No, I wasn't shopping. I was trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, that's that time of year.
I forgot. I forgot, and I went the wrong way, and all of a sudden, I was.
Yeah, to get to our gym, you have to go by that mall now.
It was kind of bad anywhere you were.
But the point being, we'll tell you a couple things you can do to avoid the traffic.
There was a traffic jam in my kitchen last night with the dogs laying on. They've decided to start laying right in the middle of the kitchen in front of the sink. Well, why do they do that?
Because you're there.
It's a high traffic area. It's a high traffic area.
My cats do it too.
Yeah. What the hell?
Right under your feet.
Do they sleep in your room?
No, they do not. But I read a survey. Dogs live 10 times longer that sleep with their owners.
Oh, God.
Did I read that wrong?
Yes, that's not possible.
I'm telling you, that's what it said.
Well, that was written by an intern.
My dogs are going to live forever.
I saw a meme that said cats live 10 times longer if they sleep in their owner's bed, says a scientist. And then when you swiped, the scientist was a cat with glasses.
Yeah. See, that may have been.
I forgot to swipe. Could have been a dog with glasses. All right.
Yeah. That's a good. Yeah. No.
Have you ever allowed a dog to sleep in your bed?
No, but not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, Kelly was at some event and she got back and she was looking around trying to find Mr. Fletcher.
Yeah, that's a little one.
It's the big one.
Oh, the big
one. One of the golden retrievers, and I was asleep. But it was reported to me the next morning after searching the entire house, she walked in the master bedroom, if you will. What do they call it now?
Primary.
The primary bedroom.
Yes,
Sorry,
okay.
everybody. And there was Mr. Fletcher right next to me asleep.
Oh, that's so
Very sweet.
I didn't know he was there. I was asleep.
Would you get yelled at for letting him up in the bed?
No. But then
No way to live, boy.
No. I just yelled at Fletcher the next day. He looked at me like, "What? It's much more comfortable up there."
Heck yeah, it is.
So then I started doing a little research. I looked up heated dog beds.
Those are really good for like dogs with arthritis and stuff.
Yeah, and there are a bunch of them. I haven't picked one out yet.
Is it really cold where they sleep?
Well, I don't know exactly. He always sleeps in the exact same spot.
Huh.
And I don't know why, if it's warm there or cold there or what he likes about it, but that's exactly, that one particular dog is always right there.
I just smell like his ass.
Could be.
Yeah. You never know.
He feels, he feels safe.
This is my spot.
I smell my ass. I'm safe.
There was an incident yesterday. I went out and bought one of those rug cleaners, you know,
Did you rent it or did
No,
you
I bought the ones that are handheld.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you have
The word dog diarrhea.
Why don't you feed your dogs a different dog food?
I don't know. No, he ate some. He must have eaten something. But, so I did that for an hour and a half.
I had my dog. She, the baby, she's just turned 2. There's a dog on the back. The back neighbor has a dog.
Okay.
Over the fence, and she knows the dog's there, so she goes the exact same spot, and has chewed a hole in the new fence. About the size of a dinner plate, and can now look and see the dog. I had to call. I had to call the wonderful guys at Bullseye Fence, and came over and fixed the hole. She's not a dog. She's a beaver, Josh.
She wants to see her friend.
Dad, I put a window in.
The exact same spot. And the guy, of course, wonderful people, Bullseye Fence. I've never seen anything like this.
Now, yesterday we had a news story about a guy in India that had a tiger stick his head into the bathroom.
Yes.
Boy, if you're living in a place where there are tigers, don't you think you're going to make sure that the windows are, I don't know, made of steel?
Is that your way of telling me I don't have that much to worry about? It's not a tiger.
That's
my back neighbor doesn't own a tiger.
That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Okay.
Once again, coming up, we have our pigskin picks winner. And the shoe-in of the week, of course. On the season against the spread, Mr. McGee is what?
Oh, you guys know how great it's going in the shoe-in of the week.
Yeah.
Hovering around 13 games above 500 for most of the season. And now, the official record, I've been picking all the games, and this week, no exception, the Chick McGee on Instagram, 85 and 84 against the spread.
Yikes.
I have all my fingernails up on the ledge trying to hang on.
I assume you're going to pick a couple of college games since we got
I am not.
big ones. You're not.
I'm not.
Anybody smell anything?
Oh, don't do that, Tom. I don't know what I'd do if you made fun of me.
Plus, that skews his results. You can't do that.
Good Lord. What will I do? How will I live with myself?
This is the NFL shoe-in of the week.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
True.
Yeah.
Why don't you pick a college book?
I will.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, sure. I have no pride.
Tom's College Corner.
I'm
one of those mortar boards on you. You have a pointer, and
it's out of my lane, as they say.
I'll pick Friday's game.
Coming up, we have a rather interesting incident in a graveyard. We have a guy whose actual name is Deez Nuts. Deez.
Are you kidding me?
Mr. Nuts is in trouble.
Well, with a name like that, what did you expect?
Yeah, and that is his legal name, by the way. And there's a backstory to even that name. We'll be getting to that. Can you imagine you're a judge that calling Mr. D's nuts to the... Come on. You're going, geez, I went to law school for this.
There is a process.
I sweated my nuts off getting into law school, and now I got a guy named D's nuts in front of me.
There's a process you go through to get your name changed, and it has to be okayed by
this guy got to change
the legal system
twice. You'll see what happened. Also, we have graveyard news.
Yes,
a great happy story. A really happy story involving...
Not after we get done with it.
Involving school lunch that I think you're going to like. I'm very excited about it. Right now, one of the most important things you can give for the holiday season is a gift. It's also something for yourself. I'm talking about Raycon earbuds because you can wear them and enjoy your life, or you can get those nice full headphones for your kids, put them in the back seat on that trip you're taking, and alas, peace and quiet. The Raycon earbuds are the best. Chick McGee, tell me more.
The holidays are a great time figuring out what gifts to give the people in your life. That is brutal. What do they want? If it's too practical, they probably already have it. Well, that's why Raycon's everyday earbuds make the perfect gift for anyone on your shopping list. And plus, you can buy some Raycon earbuds for yourself due to the affordable price. And that gift will be used every single day. The latest model of Raycon's everyday earbuds, better than ever with new features like a 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity that lets you pair with 2 devices at once. They also come with active noise cancellation. It's a must for having on hand for travel and escape the chaos around you this season with, the other people. Raycon start at just half the price of other premium audio brands, so you can grab 2 gifts for the price of 1. Plus, their everyday earbuds come in fun, vibrant colors that make unwrapping extra exciting. Save big for the holidays. Get up to 25% off site-wide at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom, up to 25% off everything on Raycon's website. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
I bet you know somebody walking around with one of those little white Apple earbuds in their ear.
Because I've lost the other one.
Because I've lost the other one. I found one in a mall parking lot once. I looked around. Hey, anybody now? That's why I want get the Raycons. You'll be better off. Trust me on this. Also, coming up, we have urine in the news again. After we've had a couple interesting things in the world of urination. This time it involves going inside a police car. We'll find out why that's a bad idea. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, where's my big bowl?
Hey, Josh, new orange insoles are in with that deep heel cup. You should see how deep this heel cup is.
Deep heel cup, you say?
What are you doing?
Deep heel cup.
They're for your shoes. Gah.
My shoes, you say?
Orange insoles come with a deep heel cup and arch support to provide everything you need to keep up with your everyday activities. Orange insoles are great if you work on your feet all day, simply taking on the world. Orange insoles will help you feel better and do more, guaranteed. Get your orange insoles today and step into a world of comfort. OrangeInsoles.com.
This is a song so girls don't get anorexia.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Ooh, I wanna be a plus-sized model, the kind that can't run very far. Dee-dee-dee-dee. 'Cause if I could only be a plus-sized model, I know I'd be a big, big star. Please feed me. So some people get sensitive about it, but don't, because the beautiful women are the big women.
I agree.
And I gained some weight, then I couldn't afford to keep it.
Yeah, okay.
And I want a carbo load without having to exercise. I don't want to worry if the fat goes to my thighs. I want to wear a plus-size brassiere for room. I want to eat chips and wash them down with beer. Well, I've got a plus-size dream, but I'm plus-sized. Ornery for the best job in the world goes to the bigger girls than me. They're all sluts.
I get in a lot of awkward situations, I feel like. Recently in D.C., I threw up in the street, which isn't a big deal. That happens. I'm a pretty heavy drinker. But what was different about this time was as I was about to throw up, you know, when you're just starting to come up. I made eye contact with a woman sitting outside of a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then I held eye contact as I vomited.
Oh.
So it was just very awkward because she just saw me kind of look over at her and then go, and I mean, what's going on in her reality? You know, does
She wants to watch that.
Did you get her number?
I did not get her number. I'm afraid. What does she go home and say, I was so ugly today I made a man vomit? I don't want her to think that, you know? So I had to go over and tell her it wasn't the case.
That's a bad hair day.
Yeah, if a man looks at you and vomits,
It is a bad day.
you need to visit your hairdresser ASAP.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a self-esteem killer.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, but I get into stuff like that all
See,
the
I'm a
time.
sympathy vomiter. I would have, if he'd made eye contact with me,
I would have
I would
vomited.
have.
Me too.
You would vomit also?
I would join
so when,
you, yeah.
So when you smell vomit, you immediately vomit.
Say goodbye.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So far we've covered soiling ourselves and vomit in the studio.
What
Show.
next? All right,
Yeah.
let's go into pussy lesions.
No.
No, Bob, that's wrong in the script. It's not pronounced pussy.
There you go.
You don't want to go there.
I know it looks that way on the page.
You know, if you read that wrong at the audition, wow, that's a different movie.
Yeah,
Well, what's
entirely.
this, Mr. Abrams? I don't understand.
Closer to a Mr. Skin film.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
would say.
Oh,
Yeah. So.
Now, were you a big drinker in college?
Yeah, I in college I think I drank a little bit more than I do now. In college, whenever I drank, I would pass out. It was like my thing, you know. That's how people knew me.
pass out guy.
Yeah, it got to the point where even before I went out, I'd go ahead and draw a dick on my face. Because it was going to happen.
It was going to happen.
eventually.
Your buddies were going to take care of it anyway.
Yeah.
Just take it right.
Oh boy, you know.
Why wait?
It really is something else. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not.
that's
Because first of all, what do they think? It's going to help me? You know, they think years from now I'm going to be saying, yeah, it got really bad. You know, I was just drinking all the time, passing out. And then one day I woke up, looked in the mirror, and I was like, TJ, get it together. And I owe it all to Steve and his artistic ability to draw a ball sack on my forehead.
To the Bob and Tom Show. Goofier than usual today, I think. Yeah, it was crazy in the break room. It was nice.
Just trying to get organized.
Case singing in there?
Yeah.
Sure was.
What was he singing?
It's a pain in the ass. That was the hook. That really was the hook.
Really?
It's a pain in the ass. We're all singing it.
Okay. Somewhere I had a obscure request from Mr. Godwin. We can get to that in a few minutes.
Well,
did you see that email? No. Okay, good.
No. Oh, good.
I'm ready, though. I'll do it.
It's one of your Christmas classics.
Classics.
Yeah.
How about some funky bass? You want some funky bass?
Some funky bass?
Funky bass, yeah.
Is this Larry Graham?
It is Larry.
Yeah. Sounds familiar. A little bit of Sly and the Family Stone.
Guessing they didn't call him the Graham Cracker.
No, they did not. He was a bad man. He had a Graham Central Station.
Oh, yeah, great. And many credit him with
Round today.
many credit Larry with a lot of the composition of Sly.
Well, he didn't have anything to do with this one. This is all Sly. Man, y'all know.
I've got to.
Be me.
Well, thank you
What's
very
this
much.
one called?
If you want me to stay.
I've got to look it up.
What it's all about.
Listen to that. I only know the hits and I love them. So
Yeah, well, this was like the second played song on Spotify, but it got lost in the shuffle with everyday people and
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it was a hit at the time.
Family Fare.
Yeah, that stuff is all wonderful. Now let's. They never did a Christmas album, did they?
Sly and the Family.
I think there was snow involved.
Listen, I will die on the hill of. It's amazing how many great Christmas albums there are. I know, how could anybody do another? I love them. I love all of them. Very
good ones out there.
Yeah, there's so many great ones.
Yeah.
So just, I kind of get tired of the same.
That was what I was going to say. You hear the same songs.
I like the songs. I don't want to hear Bing's White Christmas more than a couple times when there's some nice newer versions. And some nice funky versions of some of the stuff.
Do you think that some of the Christmas songs, though, would stick around, like that you would hear more versions of rather than the same?
The one I'm hearing the most versions of right now is This Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
The Donny Hathaway tune. That is.
And that's your favorite.
And it's there. I just heard one yesterday. What was it? Like the Four Tops or something. It's just such a great song.
You know who has an incredible Christmas album out is Seth MacFarlane.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Fantastic. The guy's a crooner.
Yeah, he's a good singer.
Yeah.
And he has a couple. He's got a duet with Zooey Deschanel on there. That's amazing.
He's really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does one of the
Maybe
great.
it's cold out
He does one of the great winter Christmas songs you really don't hear much by anybody. That it's a marshmallow world in the winter.
I don't know that.
You don't even know. Yeah. See, it's underheard and underrated.
That is
That's
a great
really good one.
Yeah, and
one of my favorite albums, Josh.
Oh, very nice.
What is the last
Michael Bublé
new Christmas song to really, really hit? Obviously, how old is
Mariah Carey's?
Mariah Carey? That's become number one again, by the way, even though.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Haven't we gotten to the point where people don't want to hear it anymore, right? Don't we do that?
Well,
or maybe it's benefiting.
No, I just saw that it was number one again on Billboard. So
backlash.
But it's hard to get one that becomes a classic.
I know that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah.
It is. Do you like?
In chestnuts, that roasting on it, that wasn't written that long ago, like late 50s.
Mel Torme.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, like Rudolph was written in the teens, the last teens in the 19s.
Yeah.
No. Isn't that from the 40s or 50s? Rudolph?
Is it?
I don't know.
I didn't think it was that recent.
Yeah. Well, I do know that I love the TV show, the animated.
All that Rankin Bass stuff.
Yeah, that's great. We'll get this song out of Pat as soon as I find the request, Pat. Sorry. Right now it's time to review some of the stuff that we learned on yesterday's show. I will remind you.
It's time now to review some of the stuff we learned on yesterday's show.
I'll remind you to go to remind you.
Sorry.
I'll remind you that you can go to bobandtom.com/contest and to get your picks in before the game starts tonight in order to win that $500 gift certificate from our buddy Steven Singer at Steven Singer Jewelers.
1940-ish is when Rudolph was written.
1940-ish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wow, thank you. Now, among other things yesterday on the show.
It hurts to turn off.
We just sit and listen to music.
Learned that Christmas was a week away.
Yeah, we did.
We learned that yesterday.
And now
You don't have to read everything on the list.
I didn't make this list.
Wow,
and now it's 6 days away.
I recall kind of a mini meeting, and honestly, the way things go, it was my idea. I could tell that you wanted to do the list, and I was doing the list, but you wanted to do the list because you kept saying you don't have to read everything on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And now we've given it to you.
Well, why would that be significant?
Because it's only a week away.
Therefore,
you need to do things. You
better
need to
be
get
good.
stuff done.
Santa's watching
Yes.
you.
right.
What
Better
do you
be
think those
getting
drones are up there for? They're checking you out.
Better get those gifts.
Yep.
Let's see. We learned that a chick is hoping to become a ward of the state.
Did I say that?
You did say that, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Instead of retiring, just be handcuffed briefly and transported to a facility. I believe your
wouldn't mind
quote
having a
was,
problem with that.
prison doesn't sound that bad.
Do you ever notice that every one of the all those movies that at the end, if someone's well, he's getting old, so have you been out to see him? And it's always the guy in the wheelchair looking out the window when they come see him.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being the guy in the wheelchair looking out the window.
Or sitting on the front porch. That'd be nice.
No. I want to be in a facility, being taken care of.
Out the window.
Looking out the window.
Okay.
And then somebody comes, wheels me back to my room, and I watch TV, and let's window time, and they come and get me and take me to the window.
Now, you'll recall in the movie, the guy usually has a 6-inch scar just above his eyebrows where they performed a lobotomy. And they try not to cut out the part of the brain that controls your bowels.
I don't.
So at least you're not sitting in your own mess.
That'd be
Or
fine.
you got JT Walsh standing next to you just talking filth.
What a great scene.
Like a really hairy woman. Well, I like that. Okay.
What is that? Is that Billy Bob Thornton?
Yes.
Okay.
Blade, yeah.
And I
He just
remember
keeps
that.
going.
Yeah, he just does not want to hear it.
He doesn't care for it.
But the thing is, if you think about it, he wrote it. So, oh, God, it's so funny.
Okay, we yesterday discussed the NBA Cup, and no one thought it was interesting except for me, so I'll pass on that.
I don't think America cares for the NBA Cup.
Wait to explain the new NBA All-Star format.
Oh, God, we did not get to that yesterday.
That is ridiculous.
There's something.
Okay, we'll have that coming up.
Yes.
We talked about buying things from television.
Yes, like Ronco or whatever.
Yeah,
Is that what it's called?
Ronco, whatever. And Josh was guilty of buying a so-called squeegee broom he saw on TV, and apparently not good.
Thumbs down.
They got you.
Thumbs down.
They
sure
got
did.
you, didn't they?
Yeah.
They got you. Gotta watch out. They'll get you.
Have you seen this? There's a certain hardware store around here. There's a section of As Seen on TV.
Oh, of course.
I love that.
Yes. A lot of a Walmart will do that too.
Yeah, I love that section.
It must be good. It was on TV.
As seen on TV.
I just bought a frying pan for As Seen on TV.
All right.
How much would you pay? Why don't they
getting
hire me for those? I could do those.
You're very good at that.
Do you ever buy anything off your Instagram because they send you stuff? Oh, that looks good.
Let me tell you something.
One time, yeah.
There are different times in a cycle, in a month, or whatever you want to call it. I am very susceptible to the Instagram merchandise.
Me too.
Have you noticed
And then
this?
it'll all coincide with I'll order it during that good cycle, and then I'll get around to a bad cycle, and something will come to mind. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Why did I order this? It's a reindeer sweatshirt. I don't want a reindeer sweatshirt.
And they do have a, what is it called? Algorithm?
Yes, of course.
Have you ever noticed that you'll wake up in the morning and there'll be, 10 different pitches from different places you've bought stuff that all arrived within about a 15-minute period? They must know something.
They know what time people look at their. Yes,
yeah, they know, and they probably also know what time you, Chick McGee, bought stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And what it was. So
I'm sure they do.
It would appear on Thursdays at 3:30 p.m. He's susceptible. Quick, hit him with one of these.
Something else.
Yeah, we had a really unusual story about bat guano, if you will, bat manure. A couple of
bat crap.
Guys are using it as fertilizer.
Bat crap.
Yeah, don't use it as fertilizer.
No.
Apparently, I don't know many details about this. Ace was saying you can buy it online.
Yeah, well, that's what the story said. A guy bought it online, and then one guy was getting it out of his own house.
Yeah, getting it out of his attic, and it killed him.
Yep. Give me a lung infection, my friend.
Bat poop. Yikes. But they were growing marijuana with it and smoked it, and they got whatever you called it, histoplasma.
Histoplasmosis.
Yeah, so, and what do we say? That'd be a good name for a marijuana strain, though. Marijuano. It sounds...
Guano ganji?
Yeah, something like that, But again, that's
Guano
the kind
ganja.
It sounds like an idea you'd have while stoned. I have an idea, man.
Yeah.
The pot will be better if we make it fertilize it with bat poop. Good idea. Don't a lot of zoos sell animal dung as a fertilizer?
Or give it away, yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they give it away?
Sometimes, but they do sell.
Because I guess if you can sell... If you can sell poop.
That's a good sale. He gets the Glengarry leads.
Yeah.
Guy can't sell that. You give him the Glengarry leads.
Did you see that
throwing them away?
Bringing that to Broadway?
Yeah.
Did you see who's in it?
I did. There's talk of...
Bill Burr.
Josh and I have already talked about it, actually. Dynamite me out of my house, and we might go...
Who is it? It's Bill Burr. Is it
Bob Odenkirk, Kieran Culkin, Michael McKean.
Gaffigan in it?
Oh, no.
Michael McKean. That's the one I was... Okay.
I'm going to go.
That'll be killer.
Kidding.
No, you're out.
I can't go.
No, you can't go.
Let's see.
Sorry. We're just trying to be fair.
I get it.
Jess Hooker, our chef, created a pie made of with something called Biscoff butter.
Yeah, and Biscoff crackers or cookies. They're cookies.
They're very correctly named airplane cookies.
Yes.
And
exactly right.
That pie was just delightful.
Mm-hmm.
I had 4 pieces.
You guys got mad at me because
You could end there.
I think we had a fascinating story. As you know, I'm the only one in the room interested in science.
And woodworking.
Science and woodworking. You're
He's a Renaissance man.
Bon vivant.
I'm a woodworker. I'm a skier. That's pretty much all you need in life.
That's right.
That and a couple golden retrievers. The Bronze Age in what is now Britain, they were examining, the Oxford University people were examining these bones, more than 3,000 bones, and they believe these people were actually attacked and killed and then partially eaten.
So why do you think we were mad at you?
Because I said they could tell they were eaten because it was Britain and the tooth marks showed that they had terrible dental hygiene and bad teeth.
Look,
and then I suggested when they were eating the humans, they took their genitals and made tea with them because that's what the Brits do, you know. They would actually be teabagging tea bags.
Earl Grey? No, Bob James.
I think we were.
See, all that needed was a joke.
They were more upset that you tried to crowbar that trope about British teeth into and it just didn't really have.
It's called a running gag.
But it was.
Emphasis on gag.
Any story about England, you want to work in the fact that they have bad dental hygiene.
No, you do.
I lived there. I know what I'm talking about. Can't give away toothpaste.
There's some new thing. You know me, I want to jet off to London any weekend. You got an electronic you got to, for $10, you got to go online and get something so you can get into England, even if you have a passport.
Really?
I saw that this morning. Yeah. Somebody needs to help me with this.
Okay.
So another country that's harder to get into than this one. Okay.
Well, it's pretty hard to get into this one.
Not really.
It's been, okay.
Have you been around? Also, let's see. We had, the big sports news. Kirk Cousins benched. That's about it. All going on in sports, right? And it's too boring.
We had 2 bowl games last night, I'll have you know. 2 college football bowl games.
What were they?
That's a great question. The L.A. Bowl with Rob Gronkowski as your host.
It's not just any bowl.
It's the L.A.
Bowl.
Yeah, and the winning team, the UNLV Runnin' Rebs, they won a championship belt for winning the L.A. Bowl. It was awarded to them at the end of the game by Gronk.
Was it like a big wrestling belt?
Yes, it was
my
gorgeous.
gosh.
And it said L.A. Bowl on the front of it.
So who wears it?
He gave it to the head coach, so I don't know.
Does anyone ever wear it? Does anyone ever wear those things?
I've seen them worn.
I've seen some wrestling.
You into Costco, you see some wrestler walk by. Hey, look, that must be so-and-so. He's got that championship belt on.
Right now, there are salesmen listening to us. I would imagine some sort of sales manager has come up with a wrestling belt for the top salesman of the month.
I hope so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Beats a plate.
Okay.
And the Boca Raton Bowl, which we'll get to because Western Kentucky, who lost, it was James Madison 27, Western Kentucky 17 last night in the Boca Raton. Boca Raton, what does that mean, Josh?
That means bacon on the lanai.
Rat mouth.
Rat mouth, that's right.
It does?
Yeah. Western Kentucky has that big red mascot. He's just a big round red thing that runs around.
Yeah.
You've seen him. I'm not sure what his name is. If somebody tells me, I'll have a picture. We'll talk about it.
Is it a geographical where it's kind of shaped like a rat's mouth? Or they're just...
I think Boca, I think I don't know why they came up with rat's mouth, but I think it did look like it on the map. Yeah, that's how it started.
We learned about something called snowmanning, which I'm skeptical of.
Not snowballing.
It's a new name for something that's been around forever.
It sounds like some magazine had to invent something. The notion is that so you hook up with someone at a Christmas party or just a brief holiday fling, if you will, and when the holiday is over, they melt away like a snowman.
Yes, and there's no contact information, so you get an STD.
And the reason this was released is because apparently rates of this says syphilis and gonorrhea are going up. But you don't hear a Christmas song about that, do you?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah. Well, Pat.
We did it yesterday. We did one yesterday.
Yeah, the something green in the Christmas tree is your discharge.
Oh, God.
I don't know why'd they put it on the tree.
I don't know.
That may be an urban legend. You don't have a green discharge when you have syphilis, do you?
I don't know. Maybe if you're the Grinch.
I thought it was gonorrhea that caused that.
He looked right at Christy and asked her.
God, I had no idea.
You were a nurse or something, right?
He was a candy striper.
Okay.
You invented
Bring that candy striper in.
You did the first heart transplant, right? No, I was a candy striper.
That was a word.
Well, someone maybe there's a physician out there that can correct me on the.
Oh, I'm sure there will be.
I thought there was some painful discharge with either syphilis or gonorrhea. That
there is some discharge with something. I remember just opening a health book and jeez.
And I know there was some old joke about some guy that had been in the service, and he apparently had some adventures there.
If this ends with he had his discharge in his hand.
Well, it was going to. It can't anymore. I said it was an old, unbelievable. I don't ruin a joke.
I like that joke.
Now, Pat, see, he had his discharge in his hand.
He was from England. He had crooked teeth.
Implying, Pat, that he arrived back home after a long journey serving his country, and she answers the door, and he's there with a green discharge in his hand because he's got gonorrhea.
That's a good one, boss.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, Pat, when you hook up with these ladies, you hook up with
these ladies.
Yes,
one lady.
When you hook up, do you call it snow plowing? Is that for this season?
No, that's a snowball. What you're looking for?
Okay, good.
And you know what else you're looking for? You're looking to online and win some money for the holidays. Am I right?
Yes.
You're right. Damn right you are. Make your holidays bigger and brighter with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. Over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to everybody. The app is really simple to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport. Pick more or less on their projected stat, like passing touchdowns, rushing yards, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Join now because this holiday season, Prize Picks giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Pixmas. Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code TOM and get a $50 credit instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. That's the code TOM on Prize Picks and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Coming up, when pigs fly, we have pigs that are airborne. We also have a plane that took off all by itself.
Oh, no.
And the weirdest in my mind, the return of something in the world of the hot toddy, if you will. Is
that word still used anymore?
Hot toddy?
Toddy?
Yeah, and I didn't realize it's TODDY.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
Well, you're not a hot toddy drinker.
No, that is correct. It's too embarrassing.
Bourbon and apple cider.
It's still booze. We're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
I want to thank you, old Saint Nick, for the stuff that you leave on the eve of Christmas Day. Worldwide overnight delivery's quite a trick, and it ain't no wonder that you ain't got time to shave. I know that you've been making me a toy up in the Arctic, and I hope this message reaches you before you've time to start it. Some folks like their Christmases all blue or even white, but for me the color green is exactly right. Santa, don't you bother with the chimney no more. Slip my present into an envelope and slide it under the door, cause nothing says Merry Christmas like cash, cash, cash. Yeah. Don't need two front teeth of Jackson Franklin and grants my wishes. All I want for Christmas is cash, cash, cash. Oh, the size is perfect and the style's just right. You know that it's the color I dig. And never, ever, ever would you hear me say, does this money in my pocket make my butt look big? Show me what the holiday spirit's about with a nice wire transfer into my offshore account. Cause nothing says Merry Christmas like cash, cash, cash. Santa, don't you be no Ebenezer. Pay off the balance on this here Visa, cause nothing says Merry Christmas like cash, cash, cash. Oh, the size is perfect and the style's just right. You know that it's color I dig. And never, ever, ever would you hear me say, this is money in my wallet, make my butt look big. Santa, don't you bother with the chimney no more. Slip my present into an envelope and slide it under the door, cause nothing says Merry Christmas like cash, cash. Nothing says Merry Christmas like cold hard. Nothing says Merry Christmas like cash, cash, cash.
Now, when you first got out of the Marines, didn't you have to be an usher like at your sister's wedding or something? What was that story?
Right. When you come out of boot, first of all, let me just say I was engaged once. And the girl kept the ring.
Oh, no.
That was 2 hours of salary gone. All right. No. When you come out of boot camp, you're ready for anything. I mean, you know what I mean? Outstanding. That's the attitude. Outstanding. That's the Marine Corps. When I came out of boot camp, yeah, my sister got married. She had me seat the people at her wedding. They'd come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down. Shut your pie hole. I don't want to be your friend. 200 people showed up. I put them all in the same row. Tighten it up. We don't have all day. We are totally uncomfortable. Outstanding. Shut your cake hole or pie. What do you eat, cake or pie?
Oh, my God.
Comedian Greg Hyde.
Why can't we have single vows? How about some single vows?
Single vows?
I vow to be single?
How would
Just
that
some
work?
vows, you know. Do you promise to sit all by yourself in your quiet apartment with your frozen dinner and your stupid pet fish? Yeah! Yeah! Never have a ride to or from the airport? Yeah! Sign me up! Parked the lot 88Z, schlepping your stuff.
But I want to clarify for Christy, because I know Christy's a big Catholic, and I grew up Catholic. I was an altar boy as a kid, and I think Jesus is a great role model, but I think he's kind of like the popular guy in high school where everyone says they're his friend, but he wouldn't name you as one of his best friends. Like if you asked him who his best friends were, he'd be like Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Matt Damon. And you'd be like, what about Mike Birbiglia? He'd be like, I feel like I recognize his face if I saw him, but the name doesn't ring a bell. Jesus has a lot of Twitter followers.
He does.
Actually.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have a wedding agreement I'm putting together right now. I've been writing it over here. The girl's gonna have to sign this before I get married.
Okay.
Number
what do you
one,
have?
at no time will your rear end be whiter than your shoulders. Okay. Number two, your eyebrows will number 2. Normal size, not super skinny or painted on, thus reflecting mental illness.
It's all making good sense so far.
So far, keep going,
We will have a dog for me to play with and for you to care for. Same with children.
By the way, Greg is serious about that. We have had that conversation where you don't say that in joke form.
No.
You don't do your rah, rah version where you've said to me, I want a girl to marry who we can get a dog and she'll take care of the dog when I go on the road. And that's one of your prerequisites.
And pick me up at the airport in your SUV.
You've had this conversation.
Why limit it to an SUV? Why not a limo?
Because you want to drive.
Limo's a good idea, Bob. Good idea. I like limos.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
Other shows on the way, of course, in 2025, including comedian Brian Regan A clean guy. He's got a great show coming to Clues Hall Thursday, January 9th. I say that not referring to his bathing habits.
Okay, good.
That really didn't come out right, did it? I apologize. Sorry, Brian. I'm an idiot.
Shut up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Is this Christmassy? Am I missing it?
It'll get there eventually. Could you not critique the interstitial music and just move forward in your life?
I think it's the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. Whatever you paid to have this done,
well worth it.
Well worth it. Go ahead.
Well, it's a complicated story involving copyright infringement.
There we go.
Christy, I just saw this story. I'm afraid I may have to share with you before we get to sporting news. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. We had promised a special early edition of something on this show, something that rarely happens this early in the Bob and Tom program. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, Chick. Oh, Christ. Yes, Ace. Knock, knock. Who's there?
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Man, you're excited about Christmas.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Save 50% off gifts from Omaha Steaks.
Are you wondering why I'm looking at you, Tom?
Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS for an extra $30 off. Minimum purchase may apply.
I just heard from Reno. He got his Omaha Steaks yesterday.
Wow, thank God.
That I sent him. Reno Collier, comedian. Now, I wonder if Al Jackson has gotten his. We're going to talk to him later. I'll ask. I sent Al a box O steaks.
Everybody get that? Tom's going to ask.
I won't ask him.
Okay.
Now, coming up, comedian Myq Kaplan. But right now, we turn to the sports page. Chick McGee.
We had college bowl games last night. We got that picture ready? Okay.
Are all the teams in these bowl games above 500 even?
Shut up. Number 24, UNLV.
This is... Remember you were a kid and there were 5 bowl games?
Yep.
Like the Cotton Bowl, the Tangerine Bowl, the Rose Bowl.
Another thing, you know what? All the teams were white. My God.
I'm just saying.
The Iceman would come to your door.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You can be grumpy. I'm just saying there was a certain
We can be grumpy.
There's a certain level of quality that was involved. Now it's the stray anal hair bowl featuring 2 teams below 500.
You want me to blow your mind?
Please.
Marshall, the university football team, had to cancel their bowl appearance because so many kids went into the transfer portal. They didn't have enough to field a team.
That's
so
sad.
They had to have somebody back up. They had to have a team back up.
They were Marshall.
Louisiana Tech or whatever the heck it was. That's a good movie with McConaughey or whatever that was.
I don't watch fictional stories.
Number 24, UNLV pulled away the second half, 24-13 win over Cal in the LA Bowl. Rob Gronkowski, your host there. That had to be
Where was that?
Inglewood, California. LA Bowl. Right there in the heart of California.
They call it the Inglewood Bowl.
And the Boca Raton Bowl, which means
rat mouth. Doodly doo.
Rat mouth. James Madison beat Western Kentucky 27-17. And you remember their Western Kentucky mascot is called Big Red, I think.
Oh.
Remember,
Is he chewing gum?
He's just a big red.
And they're going to have to apparently dismiss him.
There he is.
Aww.
There he is. That's my favorite mascot.
They're outlawing the dye used to make that uniform.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's causing trouble.
Yeah, poor guy inside there. Convulsions.
Big Red. Are they the Western Kentucky Big Reds?
Hilltoppers, I think. Is that right?
Oh, okay.
It looks like a Muppet whose head has been put in a vice and his mouth is...
cute.
I think it's cute and it's fun. And
I like that he's nothing.
I like
Just a
it.
silly
photo, kind of a big blob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Big
Hey,
Red.
I'm Big Red.
Hi, what are you doing, kids? Oh, crawl in my mouth.
Now, this is off topic, but I want to get this out there because I think the only one in this room who has been in a mosh pit, I believe, is Josh. Is that correct?
Really? Yeah. Ace, you've never...
I've been around one.
Yeah.
Like
But like your life,
I've seen one on TV.
You observed. You didn't.
Yeah.
You haven't been like,
No, I wasn't.
crowd surfed around in a mosh pit.
This is crazy. I had a precognitive dream last night. It was about a mouse pit.
Oh.
Yeah, and now you're talking about it.
That's great.
Are you familiar with the the water known as Liquid Death.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's sold in a lot of places.
Yeah, a lot of venues have
I
it.
remember when water used to come out of the tap. You could drink that.
Come in a can.
Is that your beef right now, Tom? Is that it?
We only
No, I'm sorry. I was reading about the Stray Anal Hair Bowl this year and to see who's in it. Oh, hey, both these teams won 3 games. This should be a nail biter.
Tonight, we're going to
Could I get to the point here?
I think it's great. I wish I had thought of Liquid Death.
R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl.
I'm getting to a point here about mosh pits.
Served in tall cans.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this is a legit story. The Liquid Death people, they make this canned water,
right?
Have, in collaboration with the Depends people, the makers of adult incontinence products,
diapers.
They have, they have created the Pit Diaper.
Really?
Designed to allow fans, I'm reading this from the San Francisco Chronicle, designed to allow fans to stay in the mosh pit or in the front row without taking bathroom breaks. The Pit Diaper costs $75.
What?
Here's the statement that they make. It's designed with leak-proof technology and odor-neutralizing materials. The quilted black pleather diaper features an adjustable waist, a branded belt, and even metal studs, as well as a chain.
So you're supposed to wear it on the outside?
Yes. There it is up there. Is that it?
What?
Well, it looks like a giant pleather cod piece.
Or a fanny pack.
Yeah, and it's got a logo on it from the Liquid Death people. And the product, by the way, has already sold out.
Well, for years at festivals, especially in Europe, people have been wearing adult diapers because, there's 60,000 people in front of the stage and you don't want to lose your spot.
It's impossible to get away from the stage.
There isn't a show on earth I want to see enough to wear an adult diaper.
You're paying for the leather design and stuff like that. So.
The larger point here, Ace, is not the design. The larger point is people are pissing their pants.
This has been going on.
I don't think this is really that functional. I think this is more of an advertising.
Collector's item.
Yeah.
Novelty.
It's for the perfect gift for someone with a very specific fetish. I don't know.
Now it's a fetish. You see how he's taken these facts and interesting information and turned it into, people like to crap themselves.
I'll tell you what, nothing like a Judas Priest front row seat when I've just soiled myself. Now I'm going to party. I just thought it was rather interesting. I think I will not be wearing one.
In my dream, a buddy and I, we were watching these young kids start a mosh pit. And we looked at each other and went, let's go show these guys how it's done. And we were, the dream shifted, but we were about to go in there and just lay them out.
All right.
Okay. Coming up in sports?
NBA All-Star Games changed. I'll have all the details.
Okay. That sounds very exciting.
Nope, not exciting at all.
Okay.
Informational.
Well, we do have very exciting things coming up in the news. I know that for sure. Also, comedian Myq Kaplan will be joining us. We're going to find out about the latest hot winter drink is. And can you imagine being in an aircraft full of people, transatlantic flight? It smells so bad they have to land the plane early. We're gonna find out.
Do they know the source?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll be quite surprised. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcast. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
I'll tell you what, Miss Pat, that was really good. That was really, really funny. And I tell you, I am going to take you out to dinner.
Really? You gonna take me?
I promised. Yeah, I'm gonna take you out to dinner. You wanted the custom sushi?
Yep.
I got a great sushi place. We'll have a great dinner. And you eat sushi?
Yes, I do. And what about dancing?
This is like a small place. They don't have a dance floor, so
It doesn't matter. I can teach you how to dance, Tom.
No, but I can't dance anyway. I'd be
I can teach you how to dance, Tom.
Okay.
All right, Tom. I'm gonna teach you how to dance. You ready? Come on.
Do I just
Come on, shake it, Tom. Shake it.
What am I
Shake
shaking?
it.
I mean, you have.
You shaking whatever this is.
Well, this is. I don't know.
It probably don't work, but come on, Tom, shake it.
Are you bouncing? Are you loosening it? Are you loose at the knees here?
I'm about to back that ass up, Tom. You ready?
Okay. You gonna back that ass up?
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
I do Pilates, you know.
No, don't run. Don't run. Come on, Tom, drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
What?
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Up. Now hit the ass, Tom. Hit
Did you ever see the movie Deliverance?
Hit the ass. Tom, pat it. Pat it. Pat it. Yeah, pat it. Pat it. Pat it.
I think this may be sexual harassment.
No, I like it. He still following me. Come on, Tom. Don't ride. Hey, go on, drop it, Tom. Drop it.
I think you're gonna crush my knee.
No, that's your knee, Tom. It's really hard.
Yes, and I'd like to make a reservation. Yeah, this is Tom. Hi, how are you? Yeah. No. Just for two. Yeah, nice quiet corner. Hey, listen, is there like a dance place near you? Some kind of funky.
A lion. I've always said
You want a lion?
I would I know this is crazy that I thought about this.
What now?
I would never go into the wilderness and get and have a lion because they belong.
Right.
That's where they belong.
But if somebody like maybe they worked at the zoo and there was a lion and it had to live in a house, but it had to be sedated all the time, and I
How
could
about raised
squeeze
from
it.
a cub? I'm raised from a cub and
Yes.
know you. And
I would love a lion just
Why?
because they're so cute. I would just bite them all the time. Their face, that little
They
nose.
bite back, believe it or not. Yeah.
You know,
And their
dogs.
teeth are bigger.
Nick has raised a very interesting point.
What?
Which is the essence of it. I think you said just because you like something, you don't have to have it.
Well, I've always been, somewhat controlled by my finances, so there's a lot of stuff that even if I did want, I couldn't have.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I literally, and I have panic attacks. Well, I'll get done with the workout and I go, I want to go get one of those really nice, like $6 smoothies, and I'll think about it for like, should I treat myself? Am I worth
Yes, Nick.
I
You're
get it.
worth $6.
You know what says something? You think? I think in my head I'm probably the only one doing this.
Right.
I was at Whole Foods, and they had these like expensive lemonades. I don't know how to explain it, but the tops were the type where it had a metal top, and you would pull it open, and it would be a rubber seal like the old days.
Oh, yeah,
and it was like a little bit extra. But I had friends coming in from out of town, and I know this is crazy. I thought it'll look good in the refrigerator, And I was at Whole Foods, and I bought milk in the glass. I wanted it to look, I wanted it to look like my home. It was a home, like my mom's house.
Right.
Yeah.
So I walked over and I went to buy it. It was $2 more than regular lemonade. Then I walked away. And then I went back. I went, what are you doing? You are a full-grown adult, and over $2, get the goddamn lemonade. Well, it worked, because I'm not kidding you, but the outcome is how I reacted. My sister-in-law was there, and she opened the refrigerator, and, I go over, all my brothers are married, their refrigerators are filled with, so she opens up, she goes, oh, fancy lemonade. I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't act like, I acted like, yeah, that's the type I buy.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it.
Yeah. As I only half it's there, I left the other half in the Rolls and it's spoiled. I'm having the Rolls Royce fixed.
Well,
that's why I'm driving this.
I would have got the milk in the jug, but my lion ate it. So.
Yeah, my lion likes it out of the glass.
That's right.
Yeah.
We all do weird things.
Oh, yeah.
We're full. We've got enough people. Thanks. We got people coming on we don't want on, okay?
Hey, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
My turn? Welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Hello.
Everybody hear I said news?
I liked it.
It's not news.
It's very good.
There's a thing bugging me right now.
There's Pat Godwin. Shut up. There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. Hello, Ace Cosby.
Hey, Chick.
Yahoo. I'm excited about Christmas. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
Thank you for reading the Z in news. Bugs me.
Somebody not?
Oh, one of the news.
You're listening to the
Oh, we listening to the news? Really?
News.
The news.
That's a whole
rhymes.
other thing.
Rhymes with moose. Anyway, that's one of my various pet peeves. Do you have anything? I mean, I have a lot of things that are completely unreasonable.
I've never heard anyone say noose.
I'll tell you who it is in a minute.
I bet it. Well, you're the one who says that Billy Paul has an incredible lisp on Me and Mrs. Jones, which isn't true.
No, not that again.
That's not true.
That's a fact. Well, yeah, I've got to find the isolated version where it's very clear that he says Me and Mrs. Jones. It sounds like Sylvester the Cat. Now, coming up, comedian Myq Kaplan will be joining us, comedian Al Jackson, and Eddie Bonilla. Eddie is our winner of the Bob and Tom Pigskin Picks competition for Week 15. Coming up, Week 16, it begins tonight. So please get your picks in. We have this streak of winners from the Buckeye State.
Oh, well, they call it the streak.
Look at that.
You a-holes all listen to that. Ethel.
Fastest thing on 2 feet.
We sure did.
You loved it. We did.
Don't look, Ethel.
Yeah.
Man, that
Phony
was
laughter.
funny.
Oh, you loved it.
Most disappointing guest we've ever had.
Ray Stevens?
Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
Because he showed up?
He sat right there and he didn't say a word hardly.
The year's not over yet.
Oh.
During one of the breaks, I said, anything interesting? He goes, yeah, I asked me if I met Elvis. And I swear to God, I went, so, Ray, I understand you met Elvis. He went, uh-huh. And well,
there's a chance he walked out here going, did you see what I did in there?
That's hilarious. That killed. No, we scoured the city for the specific keyboard, which he never played.
I couldn't believe it. And you should have seen the hair dye used on his hair. The hair dye was unbelievable. It was a shade of black that didn't exist. It was horrible cast. Horrible.
What happened when he sweated?
You could hear the little black specks coming down from his hair. It was unbelievable.
So I was trying to say that there's a streak of winners from Ohio. If you're not from Ohio, you could help break that streak.
Yes.
By going to bobandtom.com/contest. What's at stake? Of course, it's a Steven Singer Jewelers gift certificate. Our buddy Steven Singer's hot and ready to party right now. Get your entries in and get your orders in as well. But you could win that. Get the entry in prior to the beginning of the Thursday Nighter. Chick McGee is at the sports desk, such as it is. With
For the first time.
Exciting NBA news.
The NBA All-Star Game will feature, you remember, it was just East versus West. Remember that, Tom?
Please tell me it's something cool like
Frisbee dogs.
The Washington Generals.
I'd like Frisbee dogs. That's better.
Or the Harlem Globetrotters.
They will feature a mini tournament with 4 teams and 3 games. 2 teams will meet in one semifinal game, and the remaining 2 teams will meet in the other semifinal game. Wow. The winning teams from Game 1 and Game 2 will advance to face each other in the championship game. 3 for each game. The winner will be the first team to reach or surpass 40 points. Each team will have 8 players and be named for a TNT NBA analyst, Barkley and Shaq and Kenny are going to pick the teams. The 24 NBA All-Star selections, 3 teams of 8 each. That's 24. And then the 4th team will be the winner of the Rising Stars tournament. That comes up, the rookies.
Oh, no. They've changed something I was never going to watch anyway.
Exactly. That's why I'm so mad about it. Somehow do they make more money doing this? I can't.
They must.
It's the Castrol Oil Rising Stars, the annual showcase of top first and second-year NBA players and NBA G League standouts, which will be played on Friday, February 4th. This is all happening in San Francisco during NBA All-Star 2025.
So have you seen the logo?
No. What's the logo? Is it cool?
It's Fidel Castro. It's got, he's right next to Che.
I'm Fidel Castro.
We have enough problems with the players taking load management time off, so you make them play them more.
There's the logo right there, the NBA All-Star.
Oh, yeah, you got your Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge there.
The old sun coming up.
Okay.
Or maybe going down.
They got the Fidel Castro, and then...
No, it's not Fidel Castro at all.
They'd get a lot more publicity if they did that.
They would get some news.
Yeah, considering he's dead and all.
Yeah.
Well, Maybe he could
wheel him out.
No, I don't think you're getting it. This is Fidel Castrol.
Yeah.
He's just a character for the Castrol oil.
Yes, he's not. It's not
real.
Yeah.
Are you on board now?
See, this is my proposal to the Castrol people.
I stand corrected. I'm on board now.
They need to get a logo that has a little history to it.
What's Fidel's brother's name? Manny or something?
Ralph.
Raul?
Juan?
Isn't it Raul?
It was Raul. I believe Raul is also cool.
I thought it was something American, like Artie or something.
No, I think it's. I don't know. But they're both.
Artie Castro.
They're both dead.
Okay. Who's running Cuba
as is most of the power plants in Cuba.
Artie died? I didn't even know he was sick.
Pitbull.
Pitbull? That'd be fun.
Well, they could do worse.
Yeah.
Hey, doesn't Pitbull have a stadium now?
Yes.
Yes.
He bought the naming rights. Yes.
Right.
Smart idea.
Florida. Wow. Yeah.
He's a party waiting to happen.
Does he have a bowl?
The Pitbull Bowl?
See, that'd be real. I can barely. That's one of the words I can't say properly.
Pitbull Bowl.
The Pitbull Bowl. I can say news, but I can't say bowl.
Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember I saw Pitbull at a breakfast buffet.
You did?
At a hotel.
Hungover, right?
He was with two of the hottest women I've ever seen. They were on both sides of him, and he was sitting at the table with his head down.
That's a good
It was
night.
awesome.
He was waiting for the party to begin, wasn't he? Atlanta Falcons announced a quarterback change. They're going from Captain Kirk Cousins to Michael Penix Jr.
Now, doesn't
he's their new starting quarterback. Michael Penix Jr. found out he was the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons going forward in an interesting location. Michael?
I was actually shopping. I was shopping with my girlfriend. We was at Costco. I was actually getting a hot dog, and whenever I got the call, I wasn't hungry no more. So
he stopped eating his hot dog.
Even Michael Penix can't resist the hot dogs at Costco.
Oh.
I've never had one.
I never have either, but every time I'm there are 40 people eating them.
Oh, I know.
And you know what
the pizza's great, too.
Yeah.
And they say about Mr. Penix Jr.
Oh, here we go. He's been listening to Sports Talk again. You all, if I have to suffer with this, you all got to suffer.
He has what they call big Penix energy.
Oh. All
right.
And of course, that's a website that's been shut down because it's penixjr.com.
That's unfortunate.
Sounds like it's
Will you
got some very specific.
Please.
Young boy.
Grow up.
Yeah, this is only going to get better. I've got a great feeling about the rest of this show.
I say Kirk Cousins, Ace, welcome to the Raiders. What do you think?
Remember, every now and then, I know what I'm talking about. There's something wrong with Kirk. I've watched him for a long time.
Well, if I wish I was his accountant, hasn't he acquired more money in the NFL than almost any player in history?
Everyone knows that, Tom. Yes, he's made a lot of money.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Wouldn't you like a gig like that? You wouldn't even have to come in here and we'd pay you?
I told you that's still an offer.
I may.
You let me know, buddy.
I'm getting closer and closer.
You let me know.
It's working, chick.
All you have to do is pick up the phone and answer, and I'll go, hello, and you go, now. And you'll never see me again. Okay? That's all you need to do.
I got one. The password is passport. What do you have to get a visa now to go to England? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
I just downloaded the app. It's like ETA UK or something. It's all. I don't think they want me there. They're trying to confuse me.
No, they want you.
Yeah.
They want me.
Yeah.
I'm one of the good ones, right?
Yeah. They love you. Respectful.
I'd go to Sedgwick's and
Have you been there in Christmas before?
Just the end of Thanksgiving.
Because it looks beautiful.
It's amazing at Thanksgiving. At Christmas.
London at Christmas.
Yes. Have you been there?
Yes, but I've also been watching Love Actually again. That's a big debate in this room, by the way.
Josh, correct me if I'm wrong.
Josh hates that movie.
No.
It's
Josh
flawed.
loves it.
It's flawed.
Yes.
It is utter garbage. But it's hard for me to get mad about it. I mean, it makes a lot of people happy.
I think you said I don't care about any of these people.
No one is real in that, and that's the. I could go. I really am thinking about doing like an hour and a half podcast about why it is absolutely so bad, and why its thesis is a total lie.
I like the idea of you. I like the idea of you doing that podcast, because that'll take 3 or 4 people to put that together, and they won't be on the roads in my way.
It's not a documentary.
Well, here's the problem. It's bookended with real people meeting at an airport.
Right.
And then the thesis is, now I'm going to show you some more examples of real love, and it's the fakest BS you've ever seen. That you can't do that. If they hadn't done that, if the movie, and even the title, Love Actually, and none of it could actually ever.
I just pulled a muscle.
We'll be back. We'll be back with more of the Bob and Tom Show.
My fake anger may have just got me fired.
I think my ACL just tore. Jason, did I get it in time?
Not even in there.
If you want me to stay, I'll be around today. Well,
which album is this on?
Fresh, I think. I'm not sure. I got it off the grave.
Well, what's the name of that song?
If you want me to stay.
Oh, God.
And you got to say it just like that.
Josh.
It's not fun.
No more Love Actually talking.
I'm so sorry.
You know what? If we watched that together, you would be amazed and possibly disgusted. I can't. This is a true statement, and I might cry. I can't watch it anymore. I can't.
It makes me cry too.
It makes me too emotional. It makes me so emotional. I can't tell you.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Is it? Yes, it's very sweet.
Although I initially did as well had a problem with Hugh Grant dancing around whatever the hell he was dancing around. And I don't care for the Pointer Sisters. Don't care for it. But
yeah, he's playing in one room, and all of a sudden he's dancing around the house. You can't hear the music anymore, Prime Minister. What are you dancing to?
So you've got a problem with housewife sound
don't you like the old guy, Bill? What is it, Nighy? Whatever it is. Singing away, and then the.
No, not really.
No. Okay.
You don't like speakers all throughout the house?
That's never that's not what's happening.
All right.
You don't think 10 Downing has a pretty good speaker system?
It's never established in the movie.
I think one could assume that 10 Downing Street might be the
now keep in mind also
most heavily wired building in all of England.
One of the top 3 foremost authorities on horror movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're.
I love a lot of garbage. So do keep that in mind.
That's another chapter title. I got to start writing these chapter titles down. I love a lot of garbage. But that song you keep playing, by the way?
Yeah.
You know who's playing drums on that? It's our buddy Andy. So I'll say hello to my sister this morning in England.
Serious?
Yeah, that's Andy Newmark on the drums on that song.
It's not a sister? Okay.
Hey, Andy. Let's see now. A couple things coming up. Comedian Myq Kaplan.
Did you say Canadian?
Comedian.
Oh,
I believe Myq is an American.
All right.
Even though he spells his first name MYQ, which looks to me to be somewhat suspicious, possibly Cuban, part of the Castrol revolutionary.
Please stay. Don't leave.
I want to tell you about Steven Singer because the clock is a-ticking. I would get this done right now. What I'm talking about, of course, is getting that gift because you can avoid them all. You can pull over wherever you are right now. If you're driving a big rig, don't take your eyes off the road. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com the next time you stop, and you can take care of that gift. How about the Anita Diamond Stud Earring Set? I just saw that Steven Singer has more diamond stud earrings, than any other jeweler in the country. And he's ready to ship them off to you. These are real diamonds, by the way, real natural earthborn diamonds, not the fake stuff. And by the way, you can always upgrade to the full value with Steven Singer. He's got that famous guarantee, a full 100-day, 100% no hassle, money-back guarantee. Did I mention free shipping? Anyone? Yes, I just said it just then. Thank you very much.
Yes. I'm listening.
Thank you. No, you don't have to listen.
Yeah, I do.
It's the folks out there. I want them to do this. IHateStevenSinger.com. What's the name of that bracelet that you love so much?
Oh, the At Last bracelet.
The At Last bracelet.
Very affordable.
Sorry, it has
bang for your
more
buck.
words have come along.
Sorry, it has the same name as a song the chick had to sing. The diamond stud earrings are one of the many great things that Steven Singer has. He stands behind his jewelry because, as Josh said, if you stood in front of it, you couldn't see it. Hey, mister, out of the way. I want to look at that stuff. You can look at it online. IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. And they had an elegant, well-spoken person delivering that message. Oh, you're welcome. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up, Myq, MYQ. Plus, we have exciting things in the news coming up today, including urinating in a police car and why you shouldn't do it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show now presents Cliff Notes Theater. Condensed presentations of timeless classics. Today's story, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
All right, you workers. It's Christmas. Now get back to work. I'm sleepy. I'm going to bed.
Hey, Scrooge, I'm a ghost. You need to change.
Okay, I learned my lesson. Here's a turkey.
This has been Cliff Notes Theater.
There you go.
When you just don't have time to watch the whole movie.
Tiki Barber here. Remember the days when I was a running back in the NFL? Well, if you're on your feet all day like I was, you get the struggle. The secret is orange insoles. Their insoles are like magic for your feet and body. They'll help you kick hip pain, sore feet, and lower back discomfort to the sidelines. Feel better, do more with orange insoles.
I can't help but notice, sir, you're wearing extremely tight, what are those called?
They are called Lycra Spandex Pursuit Pants.
Now, is that a potato in the front there, or
Tom? Glad to see you. Tom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like Jim and the twins are pretty cozy this morning, sir.
Never hurts to advertise.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
He's smuggling topsoil for an offshore development project.
Well, yeah, I always a White Castle.
Really?
Yeah. I was so drunk I thought I was in McDonald's. I ordered a quarter pounder. I got 500 hamburgers. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
Help me.
Okay, thank you.
Pick a number between 1 and 50. We'll ask our guest, then I'll just hit a random sound effect. We'll see if it fits the commercial. All right. 1 and 50, Clinton. Pick a number.
35.
35.
That's Andy Moore Ford.
35. Here we go.
Heavenly deals at Andy.
There you go.
You'll think you've died and gone to
pick another number.
At Andy Moore Ford.
27.
27.
Andy Moore Ford. Electrifying deals at Andy Moore Ford.
Okay, pick another number. Go ahead, Clinton. Any number.
8.
8? Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, dear.
They have body shop.
They have a body shop.
That's an
at Andy
ad
Moore
for
Ford.
Any other number. Go ahead. Pick one more.
19.
That's our manager screaming at the fabulous deals you'll find.
Where is that?
At Andy Moore Ford.
Okay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
On,
Good morning.
Man, I wish I'd lived to hear today's show.
Me too. I wish I was here.
You know, there's a reason I'd never heard of this band.
Why?
Because this guy had to have his penis cut off for publicity. You know, I prefer musicians who can actually make it on their skill, not on their lack of a dick. So,
I knew you'd have
I know how to make it in show business.
That's what I said.
Yikes. I know how to make it in show business. First we whip it out, and then we take a cleaver.
How does he pee?
Sitting down.
Or all over the place.
Yeah. That was the video.
No, that's not true. How does he pee? Depends.
Okay, never mind. Sorry I asked.
Hard copy all of a sudden. This exclusive.
Dogs die in the cargo hold?
Occasionally.
And then they just replace them with a dog that looks similar. They got a big dog farm for these things, man. All the airlines share the same dog farm.
Dave, we need a Shih Tzu.
Brown face, white feet.
We need a Shih Tzu, gate C27.
It's a number 8.
Yeah.
Bring us that
And,
number 8.
another newfie coming in on United. Try to take care of that.
Yeah, he's stiffer than a board. Come on in.
Okay.
The big danger at this time of year is the heat. If they were down there, and if the plane is delayed on the tarmac for any reason, it can be a problem. So that was just the story this week that came out.
Do the right thing. Drive your dog.
Warning folks that are flying their dogs about that.
There you go.
I ain't making this up.
And if it's a small dog, like a little tiny little hand dog,
yeah, you can put it underneath your seat.
no, just throw it out the window because those aren't real dogs.
Those aren't real dogs.
This is cool. I like doing radio.
How can you change a dinosaur's name?
I don't know.
Yeah, halfway through.
Halfway through.
Do you know what the smallest dinosaur was?
What?
The clitoris. Little red, pinkish dinosaur.
Well, congratulations.
Wow.
You finally got it on the air.
Done it, haven't you?
Congratulations.
Way to go.
See, all that filthy lunch talk, and now it's on the air. Are you happy now? Are you a big man saying clitoris? Is that it?
See, I always thought the smallest one was the lick-a-lot-of-puss, but apparently.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Josh Arnold on probation.
Boy, this soap sure tastes bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, wait till you get a taste of the back of the duct tape.
Maybe you'll learn. There's Pat Godwin. Ace Cosby's here. I'm Chick McGee. And Tom, we have a special guest in the studio.
Did somebody read him the riot act about cursing on the air?
He knows.
Okay. Oh, he knows? Okay, good.
He's far more professional than I am.
Josh, you lit a few words. The comedian Myq Kaplan has joined us.
Hi, Mike.
Kaplan with a K. I say that because growing up, one of my best friends was Simi Kaplan with a C. Apparently,
no relation.
You're of the lesser Kaplans.
Yeah, I'm lower down in the alphabet.
Yeah.
And Mike, you spell your first name M-Y-Q. Is that an affectation, or did your parents, were they drunk? What happened?
Wonderful question. Thank you so much. The Q stands for question. I like it. I love it. Right into the lion's den. Hard-hitting questions about my name. I like that before the break, you postulated that it might be Cuban. I think that might just be because the first syllable of Cuban is Q. So M-Y Cuban is not what it's short for. But I will say my parents were, I don't know if I would say that they are normal. They did give me the normal spelling of Michael. And then when I was about 14 years old, early to mid-90s, Prince, I don't know, have you heard of the musical artist Prince?
You know, the Glyph, the famous artist formerly known as.
Exactly. Now he is the artist formerly known as, the artist formerly known as, because that was a thing that was legally, a difficulty for him that he found a way around because it was a record label dispute. But at the time, he couldn't share that. So he just changed his name. And I, as this, sort of young, inspired youth, I was like, wow, that guy's weird and cool. I'm going to do something like that. So compared to what Prince did, I did a very normal thing. Like you can still use a regular typewriter or a keyboard to spell my name. You don't have to invest in new technology to create this hieroglyphic. And so I was like, I'm a weirdo. I was a little weird kid at an artsy summer camp. And I was like, I didn't even change the first letter. So anything monogrammed still works out. I'm just like, I'm going to change all the other letters. And then a couple years later, he changes his back when the record dispute situation is over. And I was like, oh, now I'm weird and alone. So that is...
I see. It makes perfect sense. And we're going to find out more about Mike in just a second. We had
You brought up your hometown in Cleveland.
What's that now?
Did you live near Cleveland Heights?
Yeah, my mom went to Cleveland Heights High School.
Did you know there's a Christmas song about Cleveland Heights? I heard it on the air the other day.
Huh.
Yes, it's like Christmas in Christmas Heights. It's like a beautiful Christmas.
I was not aware of that.
It's like Christmas in Hollis, but Cleveland Heights. Is that what you mean?
I don't know.
Did your mother write that song?
I hope so.
It was a lovely tune.
You got some money coming to you.
And when I heard it,
hey, how is your mother, by the way?
Deceased.
Oh,
she was a lovely lady.
Trying to bring back a nice memory.
I forgot all about that.
Do you know who went to Cleveland Heights High School?
Who?
Paul Newman.
Anyone? No, Paul Newman went to Shaker Heights High School.
Why do you know
that? Taylor Swift's boyfriend. There's your hint.
Well, Kelsey?
The Kelsey boys.
Went to They were from Cleveland?
That was quite a hint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hell of a
really a
hint. I mean, really.
That isn't a good hint. He's
No, we're just saying it was like
over hint.
Too good a hint.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who is the president? Hint, his first name is Joe and last name is Biden.
and
It was a bad hint.
And interestingly enough, he hasn't been in the news for a while. Let's move forward here. We have we completed the sportscast, or was there more to?
No, that was it, buddy. We had the amazing story about Michael Penix being told that he was the new starting quarterback for the Falcons while he was at Costco with his girlfriend eating a hot dog.
I haven't had any of the food at Costco.
I haven't either because the line's always too long.
I'm always packed.
And
I've had the pizza. It's great.
Not even samples?
And now, well,
I
that's
don't get the
different.
samples.
Why not?
Because people expect me to get the samples. And I'm not giving them the show.
Is that right?
Yes.
Unless they're paying, you're not showing.
That's so
All right.
sad. That
is.
You're not doing something that would bring you joy, but it probably brings you more joy to spite the other people, I suppose. That's the choice you're making.
I think he knows that there'd be
I'd
someone,
rather have the bagel bite.
someone following him with a camera that's going to send it to me.
You're exactly.
Hey, look, I saw Josh in the wild. This is the fourth place he's been with a toothpick in his mouth. Well, let's speaking. Oh, I can do a nice segue here. Speaking of unusual names, Mr. Kaplan changed his name to MYQ. There's a guy in the news that legally changed his name to D's Nuts.
How'd that get passed? Yeah, who authorized that?
The judge.
A 43-year-old Wisconsin man identified as D's Nuts, spelled D-E-E-Z, and that's important later on, has been sentenced in connection with a domestic dispute.
Oh, there
The suspect's full name is Mr. D's Nuts Kroll. He was arrested earlier this year following a confrontation with his daughter and her boyfriend inside their home in Green Bay. Now, at the time of Mr. Kroll's arrest, an officer noted that D's Nuts appeared to be rather highly intoxicated and was naked when he brandished a BB gun that resembled a pistol.
I'll shoot you.
Now this has kind of a Christmas story. Got the BB gun thing in there.
He pleaded no contest.
Careful, you put your eye out. Yeah.
He pleaded no contest to disorderly conduct and was sentenced to a year's probation and a $463 fine in order to maintain absolute sobriety. No questions asked. It's absolute. Mr. Kroll legally changed his name from Derek Lee Kroll to D-E-Z Nuts Kroll in April of 2011.
So Nuts is the middle name or part of the first name?
Nuts is the middle name.
It's like hyphenated.
Yeah. But the first time he did it, it's currently D-E-E-Z.
But it was D-E-Z because 6 years later, in September of 2017, he petitioned to change his first name and add the other Z or add the other E because in his
popular spelling,
he said it was not spelled correctly.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was clever. I thought he was like, this is the way I'm going to get past the censors. Is first I go D-E-Z, and they're like, well, that's fine. That's like Desmond, perhaps.
Yeah, right.
Desnitz, Desnitz Kroll, absolutely. And then he's like, aha, now the extra E. It's only an E. What's an E going to do?
D.
But so he had to legally do it again.
Yes, he did. Yeah. So twice he's been in court to change his name.
Okay.
All right.
The Nuts family.
Yeah.
Or I guess the D's families.
D's Nuts roasting.
His daughter D's boobs. And the detox, I think, is what they're probably aiming for. Wasn't there a popular D's Nuts joke?
Many.
Oh,
Many.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's only one. It's sort of like the way, that the Holy Spirit is within it. It might take many forms,
I see what you're exactly right.
Yeah,
I'm a little nervous about the analogy. But
Other than that, the comparison differs completely. Yeah, it's only in structure, not in form. I'm not.
No, you're absolutely right. It is that's what she said.
It is.
Sort of,
like how many? That's what she said jokes are there. One billion times. Yeah.
Over and over.
One too many.
D's Nuts. Okay, thank you very much. Now, Christy, what else you got over there?
Well, a woman in Ohio is facing charges after police say she crashed into a cemetery, then urinated in an officer's patrol car. According to WKBN.
Anybody in the cemetery hurt?
Yeah, they found 200 dead bodies.
I love that joke.
Oh my God.
I love that joke.
That's really good.
Crashed in the cemetery. Yeah.
According to WKBN, police responded to Ohiotown United Methodist Church in Mineral Ridge when they found the driver unconscious behind the wheel of her vehicle, which had come to a stop on top of multiple gravestones.
They're still counting the dead.
Oh, yeah, it is really.
They woke the woman up and took her into custody for operating a vehicle impaired.
They woke the woman up?
Yes. In the back of the patrol car, the woman repeatedly stated she was going to urinate before pulling her pants down and peeing right there in the cruiser.
Here we go.
Yeah. Wow. I warned you.
I mean, also, they don't have any proof that she was operating while under the influence. She could have been like, I just drove into the cemetery, got drunk, passed out, and then you found me.
But, ma'am, you're parked on 5 tombstones.
That's a common defense, actually.
She was charged with willful, or how would you know, Pat?
I wouldn't.
Okay. She was
technically, don't the keys have to be not in the ignition? Isn't that the rule?
Yes.
Something like that. If the car is off, there's some technical.
What?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know that, Tom?
Because I'm Pat's friend and paid bail.
These are all jokes, family and friends.
I know a person that was asleep in their car, but the keys were in the ignition, I guess, and they were arrested for public intoxication or something.
There is something about the keys being the ignition.
It depends probably where you are. But in this case, this woman, she literally, allegedly, I guess, ran over all these gravestones.
And she was charged with willful or wanton operation.
Was she charged with coming to a dead stop? We tried to wake everybody else up. She was the only one apparently breathing.
Obeying traffic control devices, criminal mischief, and among other things. The list goes on and on. So, yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. to her license. So now, if you're a cop,
yes,
wouldn't you let her out
to pee?
To pee? I mean,
I don't know.
Well, yeah, if the alternative is she's going to go in my car.
Well, don't you also assume, though, she's going to pee in her pants? Which is still a mess, but it's not the mess created when
now,
you take your pants off.
Now, but see, here's my question.
All right.
Presumably, if she's in the back of the car, right? Yeah. And she's cuffed, right?
I don't know if she was cuffed. It doesn't say.
I mean, can you be cuffed in the back and still take your pants off? I guess maybe.
That sounds like a great sobriety test.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that's a good.
That kind of thing's got to happen every day with somebody using the bathroom in the back of a squad car, right?
Ugh. Okay. Sorry, officer. I mean, I guess maybe it would be more if you let her out of the car.
Yeah.
Then she's
deal with uncuffing her, and yeah.
Also, then she's going to be quite literally peeing on someone's grave.
Oh, I assume this happened on the way to the station. I didn't assume.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it might have happened on.
No, they're going to drive her back, and yeah.
I'm envisioning the police officers right there at the graveside with the
that's why you
bubblegum machine lights going off, and then she goes, "I really got to go," and he goes, "Nope, you're sitting there."
She said it repeatedly. They're on the way to the station. They're not just sitting at the grave.
No, I think they could have had an opportunity to be like, all right, let's just pull over, find my mother-in-law's grave, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Go
find the grave you want her to be on.
Two birds.
One gravestone, yeah.
Well, that's I guess if you're going to drive drunk, though, a cemetery is the place to do it. You can't really kill again.
Yeah, true.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Authorities in Spain arrested a man after images from Google Street View appear to show him putting a body in the trunk of a car.
Oh, my.
No, it was 2 watermelon. I don't know.
A car working for Google Maps apparently captured the incident last October. The image made its way to the National Police, which launched an investigation and ultimately arrested 2 people for allegedly killing and dismembering a Cuban citizen.
So it did end up being a body. Wow.
Authorities said the image was a determining clue, but not the only piece of evidence they obtained during their investigation.
Yeah, the cut-up body also helped.
And what are the odds?
Yeah.
And they were Cuban, but it wasn't me.
Okay. Yes.
There is another clue from Google Maps, a second image showing the blurred silhouette of someone dressed in dark blue carrying a large white bundle in a wheelbarrow.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Haven't there been a couple of random lawsuits about people that were caught in various places by Google Maps?
I believe there is some rule, like, because they've shown some, like, people have been seen coming out of, like, AA meetings.
Oh.
Like, hey. You're kind of...
You're breaking the A.
Hey, more like hey.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes.
But from the perspective of the murderers, they got to be going to court going, are you kidding?
Yeah.
We did everything right. Maybe next time don't put the body in the trunk during the day.
Well, I think maps still are out at night.
Yeah, right.
No, those they can't do that at night.
Remember when I was talking about how I don't like to use Google because it's spying on us and all this stuff? And an hour later, Pat and I were in the green room and saw the Google truck pull into the park.
That was crazy.
They were listening. There's no way.
Don't they have to do that during the day, presumably? I mean, they got to get the photos of everybody.
You can't even murder anymore without nanny government or capitalistic whatever it is. Whoever's looking at you.
Everybody's looking at us, Mike.
Keeping an eye on us. There he is.
Even the head is like wrapped like a head. You know what I mean? Like
God, that is so
clearly.
Well, now wait a minute. That could be like a day at the produce department, right? It could be.
So they hadn't dismembered it yet, huh?
Apparently not.
That looks like the whole body. And it is clearly daytime.
Yes, it is.
But I think they can take pictures at night with the Google camera.
But this is from the Google camera, and it is during the day.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, not smart. And the body was in a wheelbarrow?
At one point.
Well, that's not at all suspicious.
Well, it was wrapped in a white bundle. How would you know it was a body?
I don't know. Maybe where they tighten it around the head. Okay. I'll remind you. The dangling shoes. Yeah. First time I ever saw a dead body. That's what I remember. What? It was across the street from my house. They were loading a body into a.
I don't think I want to hear
ambulance.
this.
I want to hear this.
And I'm not kidding. And they carried it out on a stretcher.
Yep, I was right.
And it was someone who worked in the home across the street, and the
died
shoes
of natural causes.
Who knows? Oh. The shoes were sticking out at the bottom of the thing.
Oh,
they were
laughing.
It was
funniest thing he's ever seen.
The shoes were clown shoes.
Yeah, they're very common.
Very large for
them. Then bodies kept coming out.
It really creeped me out.
I'll be back with more happy stories. I promise.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, I got some really hairy, scary ones coming up.
Wrap it up, nice Clowny.
This one has the word murder in it. It's coming up next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, where's my big bowl?
Hey, Josh, new orange insoles are in with that deep heel cup. You should see how deep this heel cup is.
Deep heel cup, you say?
What are you doing?
Deep heel cup.
They're for your shoes.
My shoes, you say? Orange insoles come with a deep heel cup and arch support to provide everything you need to keep up with your everyday activities. Orange insoles are great if you work on your feet all day, simply taking on the world. Orange insoles will help you feel better and do more, guaranteed. Get your orange insoles today and step into a world of comfort. OrangeInsoles.com.
Ready and action. Hey, we should wake up every morning with Bob and Tom.
That sounds good to me.
No problem here. Sorry, that'd be my fault.
The hell was that? Ready and action. Hey, we should wake up every morning with Bob and Tom.
Well, that sounds good to me.
No problem here.
How's it going?
Morning.
Hey, hold on there, kid. I'm Bob.
And I'm Tom.
From the Bob and Tom Show.
We thought we'd barge in. God.
There's a new one. Hey, kid, hold on there. I'm Bob.
And I'm Tom.
From the Bob and Tom Show.
We do a morning radio show here in town.
Here's the deal. We thought we'd break into your house
Consarn it. Shoot. Darn it.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh, great. Fish again.
You know, we can vote you off this commercial.
You know, Chick wanted Richard Hatch.
What if we paid you to say you liked us?
We can vote you off.
Okay.
Come way down.
And now the news. Oh.
You do sports.
And now the sports.
That would be you, Chick.
Sports terms that sound dirty, but they're not.
Oh, really?
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Coming in first place.
Good.
Palming the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Taking it to the hole.
Yeah.
Just don't get your holes mixed up.
Right. Ooh.
Just don't get your holes messed up.
Flip the cord over. Flip the cord over.
I don't want it in my...
I don't know if that's what they're looking for here.
Don't Christ.
How many times have I heard that?
Take two.
A London homeowner who discovered 3 men trying to rob his house had no difficulty in describing one of the suspects. He had no legs.
Ooh, usually in crime, it's the... Usually in crime, it's the police that are stumped, not the criminals.
I know you guys probably aren't interested, but guess what I did this weekend?
I don't know.
I don't know. Did you impeach Bush?
No.
Buzz the honey hole.
No.
Flick the minnow? Did you flick the minnow? Flicking the old minnow?
Flicking
wow.
the minnow?
Or did you impeach Clinton?
Bailing out the gravy boat? Is that what you were doing?
Finger the fountain?
Sounds like a wonderful time, but no, I didn't do any of those things. Sorry.
What a boring weekend.
Yeah,
Move on.
yes.
Bounce the bearded clam?
Did you attend the clam twiddling jamboree?
That's it?
I was
That's
wondering
what
if
I
you were gonna
did?
get to that or not.
Yeah, I double dribbled.
Tom did.
I just took his only line. It's okay. I like to think of Bob as the funny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Prop, yeah.
It's part of the drinking act.
I like to think of Bob as the funny one, and I'm more the philosophical one.
Ah.
Really? By the way, you left your headlights on. Socrates.
What's new?
Can you do the other
That's
line?
it?
That's it.
That was the joke?
What was
That's
the other
it?
This one right here. I think of Bob as the funny one. I'm more of the philosophical one.
Really?
Will you shut up and drink your hemlock, please?
I told you to be too hip for you. Hemlock, you know.
Hemlock.
Socrates.
What is it?
Poison.
Does it start with H? What, hemlock? Headlights? What's next?
Hemorrhoid.
Hemorrhoid?
Come on, baby. Everyone's doing it.
But I've never done it before.
Your brother tried it and he loved it.
Brother, what?
Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. Ooh, I hope there's batteries in it.
Batteries?
The Bob and Tom Show, mornings on 95.7 QMF, Louisville's classic rock station.
We should wake up with Bob and Tom every morning.
Well, that sounds good to me.
No problem here.
Get up and get it on.
Lucas Oil, the Colts. Home game coming up Sunday. Look forward to the Colts back on the field coming up in that beautiful facility in downtown Indy on Sunday.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here. Hello, Tom. We have a special guest.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Myq Kaplan. Myq Kaplan is here with us. Myq is on his way to Columbus, Ohio's The Attic Comedy Club. Then he'll be at the Indie Helium Friday and Saturday. And he's joined us here in the studio. You are a veteran of the TV show Last Comic Standing. Which is that show ran for what, about 10 years or so, I think.
Thereabouts. It went away and came back a couple times, but yeah, approximately 10 seasons over.
How did you do?
I was in in 2010. I came in 5th place. There's millions of people watched, of course. Thousands of comedians try out for the show. Of all those comedians, I came in 5th place, and even better, the guy who came in 4th died, so I'm 4th now.
There you go.
I'm 4th now.
Now I just have to outlast Roy Wood Jr., Tommy Johnigan, and Felipe Esparza. And I'll be number 1 of 2010. Here's the thing. I appreciate your remembering it as well, because I was telling a friend that I did Last Comic Standing in 2010, and they said, never heard of it. And I was like, oh, it's a year in between 2009 and 2011, of course.
Very nice.
And they said, yeah, that sounds like you've watched the movie Airplane a little too much. And I was like, it's true, but please call me Shirley.
Do you, I should say, remember your first joke when you were on that show?
So I was actually on a couple of years earlier. I'd stood in line one of the times, and then in 2008 I got an appointment, as sometimes comedians do, and I went in, and that year I remember, and I was summarily dismissed by Richard Belzer, rest in peace, and Steve Sharippa, who pretended to be reading a book while I was telling my first joke. But then I ended up in a compilation of Don't Do This. And so one of the jokes that I told was, they were like, don't make jokes about babies. I had a joke about how one time I was on a plane and there was this baby just crying the whole time because I was punching it. And they said, don't punch a baby. Don't joke about punching. Don't joke. I was like, they don't like jokes on the show.
Yes, that's a valid joke.
Yes, because I remember some of those "don't do this" montages. They were like idiotic. It was like, of course you don't do that. That one's fine.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
I had an idea to make. I'm an idea man, and so if anyone wants to make this, I would love to see a "don't do this" montage with the greatest comedians of all time, like a Carlin bit, a Richard Pryor bit, like Phyllis Diller, who just get them and just have them making weird sounds and be like, what are they even doing? Just screaming.
Now, Patty G, you were on Last Comic Standing.
Yeah, 2008.
Oh. Do you remember what you played?
I do indeed. I did the Bono bits, switched to beer and some Irish stuff. Made it to the semifinals.
I see. Congratulations. Can you make the finals of our show right now by doing, we have a request.
You do?
Yeah.
It's a request for something semi-obscure from your very first Christmas album, and our writer apparently found your album called Reindeer Games.
Reindeer Games, 1994. Yeah.
Oh,
apparently
wow.
found it in a cutout bin, but that's the way things.
Somebody was leafing through the trash. Yeah.
We get these all the time because a lot of people have taken all of their CDs or whatever, and they go. Sure. So even very fine projects such as yours end up in the so-called cutout bin.
Every time I see one of those, any Greg Warren album, I go in one of those. I always
take a picture.
Send him a picture.
Yeah. We get them quite often. But this person has taken the time and trouble to write us, saying, "I listened to your show."
Do they say anything about me?
It's a long letter. Let me see. Let's see. Christmas album, Reindeer Games.
What song does he want to hear?
And it is from Pat, the letter. Yeah.
From my mom.
This guy said it's his favorite Christmas CD, that he paid 25 cents for it.
All right.
Whoa, Pat.
Whoa. This is from...
what do you get of that? A quarter? A penny of a quarter?
I get two pennies.
This is from Discovery Bay, California.
There it is.
Keith wrote the letter, so...
what does he want to hear from that?
What song?
He says he wants to hear...
You really are burying the lead.
You are. This is the worst request time I've ever been a part of.
How many songs do you know from that album?
Well, just...
he says he wants to hear either a Christmas Tree or Christmas in Bed.
12 Days of Rehab comes from that. I do know that one. Christmas in Bed is a blues song. It requires proper backing, you know.
So others, you can't play either of these requests.
No, I can play 12 days of rehab.
No, wait a
But
minute.
he's not requesting 12 days of rehab.
What happened to the Frosty the Snowman song you used to do? Why don't I hear that anymore?
Oh, we could do that. But
I
I'm
love
going
that
to
song.
Thank you.
So you're going to do whatever you want.
Hey, why does this guy just listen to his CD?
What? This poor man went to all
As
this
with
trouble.
all these letters, I have the same question. Why are they bothering us?
Well, thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
I hope things are going well in Discovery Bay, California. Go ahead. Play whatever you want.
Okay, well, I'll play a work of fiction because I was never in rehab. So I will do the 12 days of rehab.
Okay.
Here we go. On the first day of rehab, my counselor said to me, they found you drunk under a Christmas tree. On the second day of rehab, the doctor said to me, no more drinking. For Christ's sake, they found you drunk under a Christmas tree. On the third day of rehab, my ex, she visited me. I told you you'd end up here. No more drinking. You won't ever see your son. And what am I hearing about a Christmas tree? On the fourth day of rehab, I got the DTs, 5 orderlies. Tried to hold me down, gave me a shot of Thorazine, and then I slept for the next 4 days, moving the narrative around to the 8th day of rehab. The nurse, she gave to me Prozac for depression, Valium for shaking, lithium for mood swings. I'm lit up like a Christmas tree. On the 9th day of rehab, the counselor said to me, your insurance won't cover 12 days. 9 days is your limit, or it'll cost you 3 G's. 2 cops are here inquiring about the man they found drunk and naked under their neighbor's Christmas tree.
Thank you very much. Pat Godwin.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I started, my parents are both music teachers. I've been playing the violin since I was 4. I taught myself guitar in high school. I became a comedian because I started with music, you know, it's like comedic music. And as you may know, of course, this is a joke I tell about comedy and music, and I don't want it to seem sincere. It's going to seem like it's what I really believe, but it's not.
Okay.
Because, you know, people sometimes, like, who doesn't love comedy? Like, everyone loves comedy. And who doesn't love music? Like, everybody loves music. And who doesn't love musical comedy? Everybody. Everybody doesn't love musical comedy. But this is a beautiful song. And I just want to give you my credentials to let you know that my compliment is worth more than anybody else's.
I feel the same way.
It's informed by a lot of years of work. But all I'm saying, this is, when you started to say that it's the 12 days of rehab, I was like, oh no, he's going to say the same thing over 12, 11, 10. And then I'm like, and then it was over. And I was like, wow, the whole time it was all different. That's where comedy songs really suffer is with repetition, and you didn't have any of that.
Well,
so
thank you very much.
I'm glad it was so short. Thank you.
Okay. And all I can say is I only wish your explanation had been significantly shorter.
At least it was different words.
Yes. Coming up, we have a special edition of Sexy Time because Alli Breen is not available, so we're going to host it.
Oh, God.
Oh, no kidding.
So Alli has forwarded us the letters, so we're going to be able to help you with your love life.
Oh.
When we come back, I'm going to find out about Mr. Kaplan's love life, if it's none of my business, but is that something you're willing to share?
I demand it.
Okay.
So that doesn't really answer the question, is there one?
Well,
when we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Once again, Bo Burnham is our guest, and he has a little tour going. We'll give you some of those dates in a second. Go ahead, Bo.
Every time I go to dinner, seems like I'm getting a little bit thinner. I'll sit down at the breakfast table. I can talk while they're not able. When I look at them, I find there's a single question on their mind. I wish it could go back to the way it was. It's not easy now because My whole family thinks I'm gay. I guess it's always been that way. Well, maybe it's because of the way that I walk. Makes them think I like boys.
Oh, my.
The goddamn question just won't go away. And I get asked every single day. But the way they ask it is not a disguise. Like, how was your day? Do you like to kiss guys? This is the worst, baby. This was my fear. Now their opinions are crystal clear. Because my whole family now is shocked. I'm in the closet and the door is locked. Well, now my glory days are gone. I was John Elway, now I'm Elton John. Well, my whole family now suspects that watching SpongeBob had side effects. I'm not gay, and that's what I said. If I'm gay, hey God, strike me dead.
That's a joke.
Just because I'm afraid of the snow, or my favorite color is the rainbow. I'm just joking. This is the worst, baby. This was my fear. Now their opinions are crystal clear, yeah. Because even my boyfriend thinks I'm gay. I'm just. Oh, God. You all probably think I'm gay. Man, this song is counterproductive. La 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 la. Because my whole family thinks I'm gay. I said, what did they know anyway? You gotta look right through the haze. Easy bake oven was just a phase. And my whole family thinks I'm queer. That is all I ever hear. But I've been as straight as a ramp. If you don't count Bible camp. Bible camp. I'm not gay, I swear. Kind of.
Whoa, Burnham. But I was just talking about things that are disappearing, like the sound of a typewriter is going away. I get it. I mean, I understand all this stuff, but like that little ding when you pull in the gas station, if you're under a certain age, you have no idea what we're talking about.
Right.
How true.
Just things.
Remember when they used to give you all kinds of things when you got gasoline, like glasses?
That's what Bill was talking about. Yeah.
Incredible stuff.
Even albums and stuff like that. I mean, I guess if you went to school at a certain age, you wouldn't remember what albums were or certain things. I mean, I saw a list of those things the other day with people that have.
They're all disappearing.
Yeah.
Customer service.
Yeah.
Totally gone.
Exactly.
You know, I love customer service now is everybody can understand, but nobody can help you.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I understand, sir. Yes, I know. There's nothing we can do. That's just how. I was on a plane and they had the intercom turned all the way up to like 10, and it's right above me, like blowing out my eardrum.
Yep. Yeah.
So I asked the stewardess, I go, is there any way you can turn it down? She's like, no, I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do. It's like, really? They installed an intercom at 10 without a volume?
There's no volume.
They're going to listen to it, and they're going to deal with it. That's how we're doing it on this airline.
That's right. And I hate flying. I hate flying like Nigerians hate spam filters. You know what I'm saying?
There's a.
No, I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just. This is what the Surgeon General is saying.
I know.
So
I think those women who can't are pretty much, by and large, selfish, aren't they?
Screw you, chick.
Don't you wish just once they'd have a day, one day a year, where you could say whatever you wanted in the radio? Just so that one time.
I'm over here working, okay?
You know what you could do?
What?
Walk in there and have Dean do it for you. You walk in there, tell Chick what you want to say, and he can fix it for you. A few minutes ago, Chick said something mean to Christy, and she,
I didn't. Was that mean? I was
Yes,
just
it
making
was.
an observation.
I was saying that some women are unable to breastfeed for a number of reasons, and you said
The main reason I can think of is because they're selfish.
so. Christy
She
wanted,
seems very well adjusted
Right
and
now.
very
Christy
intelligent.
wanted to respond, and I have great faith in our editor.
Me too, because if
Christy
not, I've
wanted
lost
to
my job.
respond.
We now have the response.
Okay, go ahead, play it.
Hey, chick, you. You've never had to breastfeed. You don't know what it's like. You're a ignorant, stupid son of a bitch. So shut your mouth, you stupid ass.
You know, that last beat could have used a little more word.
A little less a little less,
and not so much hole. A little heavy on the hole on that one.
key and give it to her.
Test drive a BMW. You won't regret it. Maybe get that big bow, put it in the driveway. Look, baby, I got your BMW, but I'm going to drive it. Oh.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Thank you, Chick, for mentioning our friend Steven Singer. He's a jeweler you can trust because he stands behind his jewelry, Tom.
Well, it's because if you stood in front of it, you couldn't see it.
Thank you very much. The best guarantee in the business, a full 100-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Steven Singer Jewelers. IHateStevenSinger.com.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom. We have a guest.
We do, and I'm just trying to affix an off-brand Band-Aid to my hand.
Oh, you never go off-brand with Band-Aid.
I know.
Don't go that way, man.
Medicative strip. Yeah.
You're just asking for trouble.
The Band-Aids, that's the only one that
Don't the British call that a plaster?
Whatever they call it.
Right?
See, this one, that's not going to work. Okay, good morning and hello. We have our guest comedian, Myq Kaplan, is here with us, and we were discussing... a couple of other things. We were discussing the movie Love Actually a while back, which Josh hates it.
The conversation got cut off.
It's just not good. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment.
He's going again.
I appreciate the sentiment, but it is a bad movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
A lot of people enjoy it.
Right.
Seems like a Grinch.
Sweet.
Makes me cry every time.
By the way, Josh, this will make you happy then. I did see an article about, if you haven't seen the movie, there's a scene in which this isn't really a spoiler. This guy has these signs made,
right,
and the woman answers the door, and he holds the things up one at a time, and it gives a specific message.
So that her husband can't hear.
Yes. I saw an article where there, someone that doesn't know what to do since Kamala lost, writing about how this is a violation.
No, I was talking to one of your son Sam about, and apparently there is like this backlash against Love Actually about how everybody's awful in it, and how all the men are like, like trying to be saviors to all these women or something.
Yeah, there's a huge,
I have
Can't we just enjoy the movie for the movie?
You can, yeah.
But Josh can't.
Josh, I believe in you. You can. But I have a new version, a reboot that I'm working on. It's I'm not a millennial, but it's for the millennials. It's called Love Actually.
Right.
Now, we were discussing love lives, and I bring this up because coming up, it's going to be sexy time. In which we answer people's questions about love.
Thank you so much.
And I don't know. You live in New York City. I know that much about you.
I do.
You're a man of a certain age. You were on Last Comic Standing in
2010.
There you go. So you can.
46 years old. I got married when I was 25 years old, and I don't recommend it. I got divorced at 28. I do recommend it. And people thought it was a mistake. They're like, oh, you're 28 and divorced? You clearly made a mistake. And I was like, yes, and I fixed it. That is what a divorce means, is you have a solution to a problem. And but for the past 8.5 years, I have been in a relationship with a person that I plan to be with forever, my girlfriend, Rini. We actually don't plan to die. We're going to stay together. It would be very sad if one of us died. So we're trying not to do that.
Is it R-I-N-I?
R-I-N-I. It's actually short. Here's the thing. Her legal name is Catherine. So we have in common unusual choices. And she's Catherine. As a child, her mother called her Rini, Catharini.
That's sweet.
So Catherine is short for Rini, Catharini.
Now, was she Rini when you met her?
No. In fact, she was Catherine at 2016. And then in 2018, she was told me, this is sincere, and I won't have, and you'll be able to tell because there are no jokes involved. But I'll do my best. One time I was heckled by a lady who just said focus. And now she's my mentor, so we're doing fine. But all right. And Rini was that lady. It wasn't. But no, Rini went nay Catherine. She was in 2018. She was telling me, she's like, I just miss when I really liked being called Rini, but my mom stopped calling me that. And so now nobody calls me Rini. And I was like, I'll call you Rini. And she's like, but and like, you could just introduce yourself to people as Rini. And she's like, but wouldn't that be like, and it was like, you can literally, there's no objective, you're not the platonic ideal of Catherine. Like there's no no, like, you can tell that's the thing about names. You can say that they're anything, you know, they're all made up. Like, somebody made them up, so make up your own, you know?
What you're saying is, though, as an adult, one can change one's name. I think certainly Puff Daddy is the best example. That
He's gone by P. Diddy, Puff Diddy, and P. Daddy probably as well.
Right
P.
now.
Daddy's more of a R. Kelly, of course, but
see, we eventually got very good. That's interesting. So the sweet little name, Reenie.
Reenie.
Does she have what one would call a normal job?
She was a jewelry salesperson up until the pandemic. She worked selling fine jewelry.
What does she do now?
Now let me finish the punchline to that sentence for one moment. She sold fine jewelry. If you ask her what kind of jewelry she sold, she would say it's fine. And so, but yeah, now since the pandemic, we actually have been. She is, I would say, let's say, in the model of Jim and Jeannie Gaffigan. She assists me. We have co-created an hour of comedy about our relationship. I just filmed it in August, and it will be out somewhere sometime next year.
Wonderful.
There we go. There we go. We're talking with Myq Kaplan. He's got a serious girlfriend. She's Miss Reenie.
It's true. And just to be clear, I say I have a girlfriend, but I don't have her. She's not in a cage. She's a free range girlfriend. She's a locally sourced vegan gluten-free girlfriend. That's a GFGF. Yes, but yeah, she's good. Right, Josh. I feel like you're on the exact right wavelength for all of this, and everyone else. Josh is your leader, please. Yeah.
Now we're going to get back to the action with Christy Lee over there at the Silac Insurance News Desk. We got to get a couple more news stories out of you today.
Speaking of fine jewelry. The staff at the Ohio home that was used in the 1983 film A Christmas Story is asking customers to be on the lookout for a lost wedding ring. The House from A Christmas Story reports an employee lost his wedding ring while packing orders.
I heard one of the Bumpus dogs ate it.
I heard that Farkas kid stole it. That's what I heard.
We've all seen the movie.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of thing. Get the lucky ticket, you know, and you can.
When he lost it, he went, fudge.
Yeah, I should have done that.
But he didn't say fudge.
The ring appears to be a black band with blue metallic interior.
It's quite fragile.
Recently placed an order. They're asking you to check your package carefully.
Now, will you watch that at some point?
Yeah, I don't know if it's
I don't know how they do. Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but somehow it is on in every home in the United States at some point.
I always watch it.
I don't know how
CBS
they
on
do
Christmas Eve, don't they run it continuously?
Even if you don't have a TV, yeah, the Unabomber watched it as well. They stream it directly into your brain. Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
I can't wait for those days, man.
Darren McGavin.
And they stream it right to your brain.
Oh, have you seen there is a current contemporary whatever commercial.
Yeah.
With Peter Billingsley doing kind of a.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson sees him.
Yeah.
And even says fudge. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But these days, I think Kelly says fudge a fair amount of
Really?
She's like one of the sweetest, nicest people.
No, but she's really tiny now.
Yeah,
she's lost all kinds of weight.
Oh, you haven't seen the commercial?
No, I haven't. Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to keep up, though.
Well, I thought this was interesting about this story. It has the name of the place where they do this. This was obviously the house where they filmed it, which is in Cleveland, even though the story takes place in northern Indiana.
Sick of Cleveland.
And
it's all your fault.
Yeah, it's Red Ryder Legal Lamps or
No. It's Red Ryder Leg Lamps.
You're
of course.
sorry. Yeah.
You're sorry.
Or Cleveland Street Novelties. Hey, I'm reading with one eye. Leave me alone, dude.
And doesn't Cleveland Street Novelties sound like they sell accessories while you're doing a Cleveland steamer to wipe up?
That is a niche market, isn't it?
I like that. I thought that you were going to go innuendo, and then you went right out the end.
He's really good at the end.
Well, I hope people hear this, because if they did order a leg lamp or whatever, this guy's ring is in one of them.
Right.
At least that's what he's saying. And then it turns up at a massage parlor. Then, they must have bought a leg lamp from me at Madam Juan's Massage and Happy Ending Parlor. I'm sorry.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's what it's
You've never heard of Madam Juan's Massage and Happy Ending Parlor?
I have not.
Oh, no, it's
to be honest,
the Band-Aid of massage parlors.
I have heard of Madam Juan, was it?
Just know her personally, socially.
Right now, we're going to hook up with comedian Al Jackson in a couple minutes here. Also coming up, Eddie Bonilla, our winner for Pigskin Picks Week 15.
He's a Browns fan.
Yeah, I know. If you want to be the winner Week 16, you got to get your entries in before the game starts this evening. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. At stake, some fine jewelry, in fact, from Steven Singer Jewelers. So please, once you can get that done right now. I've been doing a lot of my Christmas shopping by going online. In fact, a whole bunch of it to Omaha Steaks. We're going to find out if Al got his yet. I think I sent him to him on last Monday.
Al, if you're listening, you better say thank you, pal.
Right now, I'll talk to Josh about this. Tell me more, Josh.
Well, nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. Tom, you know it. And those folks you sent coolers to know it as well. Guaranteed perfection in every single bite. And right now, you can save on unforgettable gifts. Listen to this, 50% off site-wide. That's half off everything at omahasteaks.com. Plus, you're going to score an extra $30 off with promo code BTS. We're talking legendary steaks, mouth-watering desserts, the best hot dogs you'll ever have in your life. In fact, they call them Jumbo Franks because to call them hot dogs would be to sort of dismiss them and never want to do that. We had a listener write in yesterday saying that he got his parents one of the great curated gift packages available at Omaha Steaks, just chock full of gourmet favorites like lasagna and all kinds of things. That Meat Lovers lasagna really is wonderful.
Nothing says Happy New Year like sitting down by yourself, watching a couple games, and eating an entire lasagna.
You know, that does sound pretty terrific. I'm glad you mentioned New Year's, because even though Christmas is right around the corner, it's never too late to order Omaha Steaks. In fact, if you are one of those people who, oh my gosh, I got all these gifts and I forgot to give Steve and Nancy next door or something, this Omaha Steaks is the perfect gift because no one's mad that it's late. You know what I mean? If it's
and also, if Steve and Nancy live next door, you can go over and eat some steak.
Well, that's even better.
Hey, I smell steak cooking. Hint, hint.
I'll be right there, Steve and Nancy. Bob and Tom Show listeners, that's you. You get an extra $30 off with promo code BTS.
And by the way, Steve and Nancy don't listen, so they're not going to know that we told you to do it.
Oh, exactly. This is a foolproof plan. Okay. Why are Steve and Nancy still mad at us?
Oh, it's a long story.
Do they have a steak company too?
No, they don't, but
Omaha does.
Omaha Steaks.
There it is.
50% off site-wide. That's OMAHAsteaks.com. Minimum purchase may apply. Get Steve and Nancy something. Remember, they are your favorite neighbor. You know what? We need to get on it. We'll get Steve and Nancy.
Okay.
OmahaSteaks.com.
Coming up, another terrible idea in the realm of what to have at your next cocktail party. And probably the sweetest lunch story. Yeah. Remember the school lunch? It's just a sweet, happy story for the holiday season. Nobody's dead that I know of in this story. And then we have, what if you were on an airplane flight across the Atlantic? It was so bad they had to land the plane early because it stunk. We got that coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, where's my big bowl?
Hey Josh, new orange insoles are in with that deep heel cup. You should see how deep this heel cup is.
Deep heel cup, you say?
What are you doing?
Deep heel cup.
They're for your shoes.
My shoes, you say? Orange insoles come with a deep heel cup and arch support to provide everything you need to keep up with your everyday activities. Orange insoles are great if you work on your feet all day, simply taking on the world. Orange insoles will help you feel better and do more, guaranteed. Get your orange insoles today and step into a world of comfort. OrangeInsoles.com.
But, Bob, you brought a surprise for us today, did you not?
Well, you know, we've been going over this debate on Twitter,
at parties about the movie Die Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Is it a Christmas movie or is it not a Christmas movie?
Yes.
It's an action film.
Well, I don't. Josh,
I say it's a Christmas film.
Ryan,
I'm in on the Christmas film.
Chick.
I say it's not Christmas until John McClane drops Hans Gruber off the Nakatomi.
Spoiler
Nakatomi.
That's right. That's right.
Ace.
I'm going.
Holiday action.
Holiday action, but it's
Holiday
still
action.
a Christmas Christy.
It's a Kwanzaa movie.
I think it's an action film. When you say Christmas movies, that does not spring to mind for me.
No. Which one does?
Elf. It's my favorite.
Elf?
Love Elf.
Hi, I'm Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color?
Okay, but you know,
Hope you
to
find
me,
your dad,
any
buddy.
movie that has
Thanks, Norwal.
a Christmas scene in it is considered a Christmas movie.
Okay, we'll give you that, I guess.
It's a good thing to watch during the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I found out I was doing this program,
It sounds like you got a flat tire on the side of the road.
Yeah, it
when
sounds
I
like
found out, my car broke down.
Sounds like jury duty.
when I found out I was doing Bob and Tom jury duty,
Yes.
I figured, well, I'll whip up something,
Great.
and it's about Die Hard, the Christmas movie. It's a Nakatomi Christmas. John McClane is in the air. Wife Holly Gennaro knows that John will soon be there. Douchebag Harry Ellis does another line of blow. Some dude's banging Blondie on a desk he doesn't know. John is pissed at Holly. She used her maiden name. Hans Gruber starts a shooting, and the party goes insane. All hell breaks loose, but our hero doesn't lose his head. To me, it isn't Christmas until these words are said. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Come out to the coast. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. The LAPD's toast. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Hans Gruber doesn't know. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Have machine gun, ho, ho, ho. John McClane is barefoot. The bad guys shoot the glass. Our boy Roy gets pissed and kicks Edgar Winter's ass. They find the detonators, explosions everywhere. Nakatomi Plaza, gonna need a few repairs. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Come out to the coast. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. The LAPD's toast. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Hans Gruber doesn't know. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Have machine gun, ho, ho, ho. That's right. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. John needs a big promotion. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Hans Gruber dies in very slow motion. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Merry
Nice.
Christmas, everybody.
Oh, wonderful.
There you go.
Beautiful job.
It shows what a guy can do in an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Jeez, Mr. Grizz took me 4 days.
Yeah.
Pat Godwin, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick. Tom, we have a special guest in the studio and on the TV.
We're going to go one on the TV. That's there we go. It's comedian Al Jackson. Is that a Cleveland Browns wool hat you've got on there?
I think it's just tan.
No, this is just, I started just dressing like a random man that's nondescript, so I just have on a lot of, it looks like I am one of those people that slept inside of a Kohl's for 4 weeks before they caught me. I just like a lot of like basic solid colored outfits, and that's the phase of my life I'm in right now, Tom.
Oh, because I thought maybe you were doing something in honor of the Cleveland Browns because they're playing in Thursday Night Football with the Bengals. When is that game?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, well, we got taken off of Thursday, which is so embarrassing.
You got flexed.
It's so embarrassing that they were like, we don't want the rest of the country to see this. And it's as a Browns fan, I'm telling you, this is the first time, and it's weird we're saying this, and I feel blasphemous saying this. I really had some ideas about, like, what if, like, another fan base just adopted me? I've put my time in. I'm 47, and I can't. The losses get to you, man.
You want to be traded?
They add up, and every season you just.
That was the voice of Myq Kaplan suggesting, Al, that you be traded. You know Myq Kaplan, do you?
Yeah. What up, Mike?
Hello, Al. Great
Long
to see
time
you.
no see, bro.
Absolutely. I like you. Look great. Those solid colors are doing you well. And you can fix any team logo to any part of them. So I think any team would be lucky to have you as a fan.
Well, thank you. If you have any suggestions, I mean, I'm down. It can't be Pittsburgh or Baltimore, but now, granted, I'm not going anywhere, but I can't take the losing, and I'm too old and I have too many responsibilities to care as much as I do, and I resent them for that as well. Like, it's us. You guys have never, think about that, Mike. The Browns have never done the only thing that they were supposed to do. They've never won. That's kind of it's like a company that never made one of the product that they have a building to make.
Well,
it's very
I mean, the Browns did win. They won the championship with Dr. Frank Ryan and Gary Collins in the 60s, of course. Pre-Super Bowl, mind you.
Day jobs, though.
Yeah.
In the offseason.
Lou the Toe Groza.
They haven't won in the Super Bowl era. We don't have a trophy, Tom, is what I'm saying. I just want a trophy. And I just want one. Like the Patriots have 7. Come on, it's enough with this. Like, like you can't figure this out. Don't get bad players. I digress.
Okay. Well, let's move forward here. We should explain to Mike what the object of this part of our program is.
Please.
It is to educate me into the world of, shall we say, street lingo.
Sounds worse every time.
That sounds very bad.
It really does.
When do you stop saying street lingo?
I'm not sure if Mike. I'm not sure who is the least hip in the room. It may be you, maybe me. You're sure? I see. So Al, lay one on me, please, and let me see if I can figure this out.
Lay one on me.
Well, Tom, this is one, Tom, that you could be asked by your accountant.
Okay.
Tom, what is a dink?
What is a dink? D-I-N-K? Wow. Anybody?
D-I-N-K, yes.
I only know it used in bass fishing.
Oh.
What's that?
Mike, you may not know that I'm a bass fisherman.
I didn't know that. How could I?
Is that when
We've only spoken for a total of 7 minutes.
What is a dink?
A very small bass or a small so. Hey, did you catch any? Just a couple dinks.
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's a dual income, no kids.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, one might jump to a conclusion here.
It means dual income, no kids.
That's all it means.
What else do you have?
Thank you, Al.
Could you help?
What's next on your list, Al?
Oh boy.
How did you know that, Al?
Well, I mean, a lot of people are dinks. I mean, especially, if you... There's a lot more people than you think that don't want to get married. I mean, Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn. Mm-hmm. Just a lot of people don't want to get married. Or you're just kind of like long-term boyfriend and girlfriend, lived together for years and years, but just never got married. I think there's a lot more of those couples now than there used to be because the family pressure isn't there like it used to be. So I think there's a lot of dinks and a lot of sinks as well.
No,
shout out to them. I dated them for a long time.
We had a news story last week, I believe it was. It might have been this week. About how in Japan, remember this one?
Yeah.
In Japan, they're giving. In Greater Tokyo, apparently, the mayor has said they're giving people a 4-day week because they want people of a certain age to start procreating.
There are not enough babies being born.
Because there aren't enough young people in Japan. and they have, what is it, the most, what's it called, super centenarians or something? They got a lot of people over 100.
They need people to take care of them when they get older. Yeah.
But people aren't having babies, so they're giving them an extra day off.
That goes to my theory. Do you think that people had a lot of kids because there wasn't that much to do? And I'll explain that.
What about there was
think about like the 50s or 60s, there wasn't the internet. There wasn't like, oh, I could literally go online and grab a ticket and go to Spain for a week, you know, if you got money like that or you don't have kids.
Well, there also weren't 20 types of birth control.
Yeah.
And pornography on demand.
Yeah.
There are other things that you could do. There's like a lot that you could do in 2024 to occupy your time. But if it's 1971, you have no car, you got a terrible boyfriend, but he's in the house, you're not leaving, you're not going anywhere, why not have some kids? But now I just think a lot of people are like, I have way more things that I would want to do than have a kid. It seems like people now that want to have kids want to have them so badly. They do things like IVF.
Yeah.
They spend thousands of dollars to have these kids because they want to have kids. Where I think back in the day, it's just like, oh, you're a married woman. It's about time. My mom wants some babies. And you just had kids. But I don't feel like younger people really want to do that now. The idea of having like 4 kids before you're 25, I think that would sound clinically insane to somebody like my daughter.
Mike, do you have a thought on
crazy?
that?
I appreciate that. Thank you, Josh. I feel like in this news story or one similar to it, there are places that are turning off the internet from like 10 p.m. until the morning for the very reason that I think Al is 100% correct. The internet is more attractive to people. I mean, I'd much rather virtual reality and than live pornography. Which was the only option that
you don't have any kids, do you?
That's correct. I have an album that is called No Kidding about how I don't want kids. And that's the number that I want is none. I'm very happy for children to exist if they want to, but I'm not gonna help. Figure it out yourself, again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could just see Mike becoming intimate with his partner saying, and now do you want to have some live pornography?
Yeah.
And I will say, I do have children in my life. My girlfriend, we are both in our 40s. Her mother had her very young, and she has now 5 younger siblings who are between the ages of 11 and 18. So I'm basically a grandparent. You know what I mean? We're going to visit them for the holidays. We bring presents. We FaceTime with them. They teach us street lingo. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh. They can fix your phone. Et cetera, et cetera. We're speaking with comedians Al Jackson, and we also have live in the studio Myq Kaplan, MYQ. Mike. That's me.
Tom, I was thinking about you this weekend because I did a couple shows with my homie Hannibal, and we were talking.
By the way, when you say Mahomie Hannibal, you mean Hannibal Buress, not a guy named Mahomie.
Street lingo learning happening.
I think that is a legitimate observation.
No.
I think someone's like, hey, J.G. Al Jackson, he's got a buddy named Mahomie.
No.
This can't continue, can it? This needs to stop.
Well,
anywho,
it's something did stop, and what he was saying was, now in his DMs, he gets a lot of people wanting him to advertise things and, business propositions. And he was like, do you remember when DMs were just for like sliding into the DMs, which, Tom, that was one of the first phrases we ever tackled.
I know what that means.
Yeah.
The so-called direct message.
Yes.
Yes. There we go. You AI it.
And this is for
or hitting on
wanton sexuality.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But when do you think that switched over, Mike? I'm curious, like where DMs are now like, hey, do you want to come play my club? Or, hey, do you want to rep this new energy drink? But DMs for a while were so synonymous with a sexual nature that when you just mentioned DMs, people knew that that's the only thing it could have been discussing. Like, when did it cross over and become this, like, that was like a sacred space where it's like, if I'm in Christy's DMs, there's no reason for me to be there except to be like, "What's up, girl?"
Yeah.
I love that you call it a sacred space, number one. And yeah, the sacred space of hooking up. Yeah, now it is 100% like corporations being like, you up for an advertising job? Yeah.
Hey, why not?
Have you also, Al, I'm sure you get these too. Do you just get emails from like, I am, like the email address is like Joe Rogan Company at Gmail. And it's like, we would like to offer you $5,000 to be on a Facebook podcast, live streaming, and we will talk about lifestyle and information. And comedians are getting these emails, all of the, it's just.
All the time. And Myq, I had to.
Is it a scam?
It's a scam.
Yes, Tom, it's a scam. Oh my God.
I get $5,000 every podcast. I assume I'm getting that today as well. Yeah.
It is so funny. And you know, it's funny, Myq, before I even tell my story, side note, I got one of those for Dan Soder. Like, do you want to?
Same.
And I was Dan Soder's just a good friend of mine and I love him, but I was so jealous. I was like, man, Dan made it to the point where he's now being used as a scam avatar. I got to get my name.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great. But I'm working on a new character, Al.
I had to talk my co-host Tori out of one of those because she was like, well, I'm really happy. This morning I got this email from this company. And it was funny for her because she is a talk show host. They didn't go after her with a comedian. They went after her with like some big time actress like Renee Zellweger wants you to come on her podcast. Renee Zellweger has never done a podcast, but she's going to do her first one with you. So I'm going to pay you $5,000 and the topic is whatever you want.
So how do they make money from you on this?
Well, since you, what do you think, Myq? They just ask you for your information or something?
I think the way that they ask you to log in to Facebook, like, or whatever mechanism, I think then they get access to your account. They hack you, basically. Like you put in a password, you do something. And there's one I know that a comedian friend of mine sadly fell for, where they were like just hiring him for a gig. And they're like, we're going to pay you $300, but that, or with some amount. And they're like, we accidentally paid you too much. And will you, and it almost went to their account, but he was like, okay, well, I'll just send you the money. And then they hit the first thing where they sent him money, disappeared. So there's ways.
So it's a scam.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Al, I'm working on a new character here. You just remind me. It's going to be me with a very special puppet. I'm going to call him Jerry Mahomey. And going to be like a, what do you think? No?
Well, I mean, I think we should workshop it a little bit.
Yeah, we get.
Al, do you know who Jerry Mahoney is?
I could see Tom in an improv class working by himself for an hour, and the teacher's like, Tom, tell us about your character. Okay, he's a puppet named Jerry Mahomey, and that's all I have so far.
He's teaching me about hip-hop and rap.
Chick, is Jerry Mahoney 100 years old?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty damn
Jerry
close.
Mahoney.
Knucklehead Smith, Jerry Mahoney.
Jerry Mahoney had a TV show for kids in the 60s. He was a great puppet.
I think this puppet is really going to hit with the youth and a timeless reference.
But see, the difference would be it wouldn't be Jerry Mahoney. It would be Jerry Mahomey, and the puppet would be
we got the
of a certain nature.
It would teach children about the history.
We would talk about integration.
You're going to go and have a black puppet. Is that what you're going to do?
That's what he wants.
What child would go to a puppet show talking about a society that they currently live in? Unless it's to say, remember the good old days?
Oh my gosh.
So
How did we get here?
I guess Jerry Mahomey's not going to happen.
Let's get Jeff Dunham on the horn.
Yeah, and the scene.
I think Jerry's a one and done character.
Okay, sorry. Al, we have time for one more word.
Okay, and Tom, this is one of my favorites, and I've decided this is going to be the name of my album. And I'm going to ask Myq this, because Tom, even though I'm pretty sure you probably have forgotten, Myq, do you know what Ohio Riz is?
Oh, I'll say no. I'll say that I'm familiar with the concept of Riz, but I do not know what Ohio adds to it.
Well, I know Riz is charisma. I know that.
Right.
Ohio, is this some kind of a slogan for the Buckeye State?
Kind of. Remember we talked about how my home state was being dissed for a while? chick, Josh,
right?
Christy, you guys know?
Yeah, I remember. I remember we talked about that.
This is disrespected.
It's a little disrespectful, but I kind of like it because it is symbolic of kind of who comics are. But Ohio Riz is like, Ohio is used as like strange and almost off-putting. Like, yeah, I went to Mike's apartment. All he had was a pair of skis leaning against the wall and a futon. It was very Ohio in there. And you would just say that mean like it was weird and kind of creepy. But Ohio Riz is like, a girl would be like, yeah, I went on a date with this guy named Mike. He was kind of quiet, but everything he said was funny. And I don't know, he just had this Ohio Riz to him. So it's kind of like a quirkiness that's sexy.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Oh, that's nice.
It's weird. It's a diss when it's just Ohio. But if it's Ohio Riz, it's kind of like, I don't hate that.
See, this is the kind of complicated, nuanced language that Jerry Mahomey could explain to me.
No, Tom, no.
And I'd be things like,
he's hammering it home, isn't he?
I'm not moving my lips. Okay, thanks. Al Jackson, have a great Christmas, Al.
Hey, happy holidays. Merry
Bye,
Christmas. I
Al.
love
Great
y'all.
to see you.
Love you too.
Thank you, Al.
All right, y'all.
Now, we have Christy Lee right over there. I can see her.
Yes, you can.
And she is sitting at the Silac Insurance News Desk, which is a very special place. What is Silac Insurance all about? It's about annuities. What are annuities all about? They're about when it's time for you to say goodbye to your job. You still have that check coming in because very few of us have a job anymore where you've got the pension, you get the gold watch, and as the door hits you in the butt, they go, oh, we're going to keep paying you. We liked you so much. It's probably not going to happen, so you got to take care of yourself, and you can relax a lot if you have something called an annuity that's going to be helping you in the future. Find out all the details by going to the folks that are experts in the world of annuities. It's the Silac Insurance Company, SILAC, and you can visit them, of course, by going online, SILACINS.com, or just go to bobandtom.com. We've got a link there. We also have Chick McGee himself showing you exactly what's going on in the world of walking to your mailbox and picking up a check. It's a lot of fun. Check it out by going to bobandtom.com. Once again, the Silac Insurance Company, the experts in annuity. Eliminate some worries in your life by checking out what annuities are all about. Once again, it's SILACINS.com, the Silac Insurance Company. What's coming up, Christy Lee?
Well, you would think the holiday animal would be
reindeer.
It's not. We'll talk about the new holiday animal when we come back, and the new hot toddy, so to speak.
Okay, thank you very much. And comedian Myq Kaplan hanging out with us. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
I haven't seen you much the last few years because you are like me and you have some young children. My youngest right now is 1.5, and I've got a 4.5. What are yours?
The wife and I were about 18 months into a pregnancy scare. And it's
boy or girl scare?
This is a girl scare. It's getting downright horrifying. I got to be honest with you.
She's not even one yet?
She's going to be one next week, and I got a boy that's going to be a 3-year-old.
Perfect. Greatest age of all time. It's like having a talking dog.
Yeah, but if a dog didn't do anything you said. Just get off the chair! Can't you see I'm bigger than you? Can't you see that?
Brilliant.
Look, here's the deal. This is 2 kids now, and anybody out there listening, if you don't have kids, way to go. Keep doing that. We're all very proud of you for not having kids. But do this for the rest of us with kids. Would you quit judging people's parenting. That would be. Now I realize I'm hypocritical in this. I realize that I came in for years and I talked about people's terrible parenting. I remember the jokes. I know the things that I said. I know that I talked about the child leash, and I can't believe they have a child leash. And, oh, when I go home, what is there, like a stake in the middle of the yard with a chain attached to it so that during the day the kid could run and dig?
Now you want one.
I want my kid trussed up like Hannibal Lecter. I want something over his face that he has to bite through to get out. And he would bite through it. But I understand I'm hypocritical. I understand that when my kid throws a temper tantrum at the store, it's because he missed a nap. When your kid does it, it's because you're a terrible parent. It's because you don't feed him the right foods, you're neglectful, probably just a bad person in general.
Correct.
I understand all that. Right. But I'll take it from those that have kids. But if you don't, every time there's a news story about terrible parenting, my single idiot friends, they go, oh, my mom never would let that happen. She knew we were 100% that woman in Cincinnati last year that dropped her kid in the monkey cage.
Yeah.
And they had to shoot poor Harambe. Let me tell you something. I got a toddler. He's been in like 4 gorilla enclosures. Sure. It's got to be half a dozen cockfights. I saw my kid in an ISIS propaganda video, man. You can't watch them all the time. There I am, scrolling through the internet. He's running through tires. He's got a rifle above his head, yelling about jihad. We're not even that far in the alphabet yet. You can't watch them all the time. Oh, my mom knew we were 100% of the time. Your mom didn't know where you were most of the time. I have 2 kids. I have no idea where either of them are right now. I imagine still in the car. It's been a couple hours. Can't watch them all the time.
Oh, well, this will help.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Hey, Kenny, how are you?
Hey, Shooter, we just landed. I'm at ATL. Just got in from ORD through DF Dub. I had to call you guys. You got the new Barstool guys in there, huh?
That's right. Yeah, Pat McAfee, Todd McComas are here, yeah.
I know. Listen, Pat, heard you walked away from some major coin guy. I love it. Power move. Way to blow up the flow chart, Shooter. Now, get this. Our CFO, Holbeck, he was the GM of Smearcore. His brother, not the one who ran Lucom into the ground. No, the older brother goes by Myq. He was pulling almost 40 G's on straight commission, and one day, just like you, up and said, my work's done here. Didn't even give the standard 2 weeks notice, and word has it he's making twice that much now with the remote-controlled chip clip people. So almost exactly like your deal. Dot to dot to dot to. Hey, Stud, I was going to ask you. Hang on, I got to take this. Get back. Hey, Shooter, we just landed.
No, we're still here.
No,
what about me?
Through RD. Not much. I'm just on hold right now with that idiot punter that walked away from like half a million.
Wait a minute.
You're not on hold.
Yeah, that one.
I can hear you.
I'm going to pitch him, but I just want to wait to make sure this isn't some sort of publicity stunt. The focus group loved it. It's a spin-off idea. The sports fan that eats too much cheese and ODs on the ultimate nachos every Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, we love it. It's called Barstool Softener. Well, yeah, the logo's the same, but our Barstool, zoom in. Yeah, zoom in. You'll notice the legs are a little, see that? The legs are all tapered, all 4.
Sure. Is he going to re-say this? Because he's talking to somebody else.
The money's in the detail, Mike. Listen, I got to take this. Hey, Pat, love the ballsy move, guy.
Hold on, Kenny.
Let's reload for next week. I got bored now before all these Zone 4 peasants get in my way. I told you from Phoenix, we just landed.
Okay,
Let's
thanks.
move, Shooter.
All right, buddy.
Very helpful.
Can't help but notice we're joined by Mr. Michael McDonald, who has a terrific book out. And,
Yeah.
he's on the Mr. Michael McDonald. Is it true you have a clip on Pornhub? You can do me, I'm your stepbrother. Oh, Michael, I can't believe you're
That's just awful.
really doing that.
That's awful. A great book called If That's What It Takes, and now we'll never talk to him.
Now, Michael, you're also, from what I understand, using a teleprompter at your concerts? Keep forgetting the words to all my songs. I keep forgetting the words to taking it to the street. You caught me off guard. Yes, I am aware. Sorry.
Keep forgetting.
co-host.
Pat Sullivan.
Oh, Mr. Sullivan. Hey,
It's the Pat
believe
and Pat show.
I believe he had his lawyer change the contract. That is will not be happening. I apologize. Sorry, Pat.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I said nothing during that. There's Christy and Pat and Josh and Ace. I'm Chick. Tom, we have a special guest.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Myq Kaplan. Coming up, by the way, I should say we're doing a special edition a little bit later on of Sexy Time. So be prepared. Also, I'm going to continue on my educational foray into your lives. In just a few minutes, we have a demonstration of the this is what I call the backwards setup.
Okay.
Where I will explain a joke that did not fly several minutes ago. That we will.
And why are we revisiting it?
Because he wants us to laugh.
No, you won't laugh. No, there's nothing funny. It's just going to be
I sure look forward to it.
Explanation of something.
I have a theory. You know, they say, it's sort of like dissecting a frog, that when you have a joke that works, if you analyze it, it becomes less funny. So if you have a joke that does not work and you analyze it, it can only become funnier.
It's somewhat logical, I think. I don't. In this case, I'm about to disprove that. Now, if you look at the screen, we have a photograph of the. That is the doll. As you can see in the box, that was the ventriloquist dummy of Jerry Mahoney.
I mean, it's the oldest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's you could tell by looking at the box, the technology of box printing back then, very primitive.
Did you have one of these?
Of course, I had both Jerry Mahoney and Knucklehead Smith.
You did?
Yes. I'm getting a no from another elderly gent in the room. Okay, thank you.
That's the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, he had a TV show. Paul Winchell?
Yes.
I'm thinking that I would have had one of these because I like puppets. I had a Grover when I was in high school, but I that freaked me out so much. I remember not wanting that.
Paul Winchell was a TV ventriloquist, and he ended up being this sounds ridiculous. He became.
This all sounds ridiculous.
Just let me finish. This is an important point. It might save your life later.
Really quick.
Right.
He was on the forefront of heart.
He was there.
No, he actually built a mechanical heart. He was quite an interesting man. And
really,
he does a lot of He did a lot of He just died. He was very old.
He did the voice of Tigger on Winnie the Pooh.
There you go. Famously,
he does the.
And so when I talked about my creation,
he has a hot daughter, right? April.
Yes, yeah. April Winchell. I was going to be doing my new puppet, Jerry Mahoney, which I'm there with a kind of a.
He's still doing it.
Contrast.
Well, you were engaging him.
Was I?
Doesn't Winchell's have a donut shop?
I'm sorry. Let's talk with our guest, comedian Myq Kaplan is here with us. He does not have a puppet, does not have a guitar, but he does have a girlfriend. He's emphasized that. Her name is Renee.
Yes.
You're not going to have kids. You've already established that.
That's that we know of. We maybe when we're 80 we'll get some kids.
Yes. There you go.
When we can afford them.
You're going to retire together?
Here's the thing. I love what I do. I hope to never have to retire, and I also can't afford to. But I do have, enough savings in the bank that every once in a while I get a call from the bank, and they're like, "Hey, we'd like to talk about your retirement plans." And I'm like, "I'm a comedian." They're like, "Goodbye then." But no, this one time I had a particularly, really eager person. It seemed like maybe they had a quota of people they needed to sign up for things. So they were like, "Can you just play along? Like, what if you, let's say you had to retire? Like, well, what do you want to retire? Like 70? I was like, okay, 70. I'll retire at 70. It's like, and then how long after that would you like to have money for? I'm like, you're asking when I'm planning to die? And he's like, yeah, when do you want to die? And so I was like, okay, I don't know, 90, 100? And he's like, I don't know about that. And I was like, well, you're looking at the numbers. So you tell me, when will I die? Like, don't go to a psychic. Go to your bank. The bank knows when you die.
Handy.
And truly, I used to worry about this. I hope this might help everybody. I used to worry, what if I don't have enough money to make it until I die? But then I had an epiphany. I realized I definitely will have enough money to make it till I die, because if I run out of money, then I'll die. Like there's no way that you won't have enough money to make it to. It's like a dog with tiny legs. Like they're long enough to reach the ground. Your wealth is long enough to reach your own death. There's no way. My bank does actually do a deal where I think once I'm almost out of money, they'll use the remainder to hire an assassin, and then
that's a good program.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Bullworth style. Yeah.
Now I heard you talking off the air. This may not be appropriate, but I heard you talking off the air that both your parents. Well, you said on the air both your parents are musicians, right? And they're teachers. But you said they're divorced. Your parents, and successfully and happily.
I mean, yeah, they are.
Oh, good.
They are successfully, happily. They told me I was 14 when they divorced, and they sat me down. They're like, "We love you, and this is not your fault." And I was like, "I didn't think it was," and couldn't imagine how it could be. You know, now I think it might be, because why are you even bringing this up?
Of course.
We think the parents doth protest too much, but yes, they are currently. My mom happily single and dating. She's on the apps. She's on Match.com. She's on Catch.mom. That's for when your mom's a catch. And then yes, my dad happily married for just 31 years. He was married to my mom for 22 years, and now married to his wife Maria for 31 years. So 53 years of total marriage, my dad, and that's more than I want.
Good. Now, but the reason I bring it up, I heard you talking to Pat.
Yes.
And I hope this is okay for me to say.
Nothing is secret.
You were saying that your mom.
How dare you? Okay.
Is a woman, a round-heeled woman of easy virtue. No, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you were saying your mother plays music professionally at a temple, and your father, I heard you say, plays Christian music at a church.
That is so.
That's interesting. Were they of different religions as a couple?
No, they were both Jewish. Surprise. I don't know if I always loved.
Did your dad convert?
My dad, no, but he did not convert. But when he married a Catholic woman, he started attending services with her and became a part of the community. And I think that he finds similar peace and joy and meaning in the communion. Perfect for comedy. And, he just, I feel like they both believe in quote unquote something,
Gotcha.
That there is something. There's something more than, you can see and feel and hear and know, and who knows where any of this came from. And so, my mom goes to one building, my dad goes to another building. But if you take down the buildings, the space is the same.
Do they ever play their instruments together?
I think they used to. When they were together, they would both play. I lived in New Jersey. They played for the New Jersey symphony and opera and marching or bands down the shore, the Jersey Shore. So yeah,
they made music together in other ways as well.
They made beautiful music together.
Made you. They made you.
Me. I am. Yeah.
You are their opus.
Did you say that they made Jew? That is, you want to be careful with that. And,
I said beautiful music. I didn't.
You said
they made you.
Sorry.
Yeah, they made you. One time, sometimes at the end of my shows, I do a Q&A or a Jew&A. I don't call it that, but I asked the audience if they have any questions. And one time, a guy said I'd talked about being Jewish, and he said, "How Jew are you?" And I was like, "Well, I'm Jew enough that I would ask you not to say it like that." And I would say maybe, "How Jewish are you-ish?" if you want to. If you want to rhyme it, yeah.
Okay. Coming up, special edition of Sexy Time. Also up next, it's our Pigskin Picks winner, Eddie Bonilla, and we'll get ready with the shoe-in for tonight's Thursday Nighter. By the way, get your picks in before that game starts. bobandtom.com/contest. And thank you to our guest, Myq Kaplan. I should mention also, Myq, tonight is going to be in Columbus, Ohio at The Attic. That's the one in Columbus, Ohio, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Tiki Barber here. Remember the days when I was a running back in the NFL? Well, if you're on your feet all day like I was, you get the struggle. The secret is Orange insoles. Their insoles are like magic for your feet and body. They'll help you kick hip pain, sore feet, and lower back discomfort to the sidelines. Feel better, do more with Orange insoles.
Authorities say a man's penis was bitten off and eaten by his dog.
Oh, why would this
Residents in the town of Hearn contacted police upon the dog's incessant barking coming from the man's home in the middle of the night. First responders broke down the door to find the dog's 66-year-old owner gravely injured and rushed him to the hospital.
My Vina.
The man's male member could not be found.
In the dog's
Officials
belly.
believe the man's dog, said to be about the size of a Jack Russell, bit off the man's member and ate it.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
So small.
I believe we have a new singer here.
Oh, yeah, we do.
It's Herr Adolf Gulpenkaken.
Gulpenkaken.
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. Adolf Gulpenkaken. Okay.
German, yes. Once again, this is about the doggy eating the schlong of this poor man.
His owner, yes.
I don't think the German would say schlong.
Well, that's perfect. Pre-1945. He thought it was an Oscar Mayer Wiener. That is why my doggy barked at me. He chomped on mein Wiener Pussenschachten. I've got nothing to hold on to when I pee. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Sir Adolf Frankendicken.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
Ace had nothing to do with this.
No, but Ace and I did play donkey softball.
I don't care about that. There was a donkey in this building that you and I were leading
was that
around.
I can never remember.
Mammoth Jack?
A Mammoth Jack. Now, was that considered to be a donkey or a mule? That's a donkey,
I don't know what the difference is.
Well, don't you get a horse and a mule to make it? Wait a minute. What is it? Horse and a donkey make a mule? Something like that?
I don't know.
All I know
it's
is
like algebra. I forget how it works.
His hang down was unbelievable.
No, Pat,
you could almost hear the mechanization start when he had to urinate.
A semi-famous woman who actually worked here had this gigantic animal
rack,
and it was the size. It was bigger than a horse.
Yeah, it was
huge. And we thought it'd be funny to bring it in the building.
And what happened?
And but we were concerned that it would defecate somewhere in the building, but we brought it in. We took it all around. We had fun with it.
Had picture behind the general manager's desk.
Oh, we thought it was so funny. And then we were having a great time. We were on the air. We were on the air, and then we Chick and I took it outside.
Yeah, and then
what happened?
It knew. Somehow it knew to go ahead and pee. Urinated, and it was like a fire hose.
Yeah, we never even thought of that. If that had happened in the building, they would have had to replace all the carpeting and half the furniture.
Yeah. What was its name?
Jack.
Oh, Jack. That's sweet.
No, I don't remember.
I'll have to dig it up. But we have pictures.
Find out.
Turtis.
Hey, Turtis.
There he is. There's Tom.
Look at him.
Yeah, there's Tom. That's the general manager's desk.
Huge.
Yep. Look at the size of that thing.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You can almost see his dork right there at the back.
Oh, yeah. You can kind of see how it's...
it's
real black.
He was like a prize mule, I think.
Yeah.
He's a handsome fellow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you mean the donkey?
Look, Tom, you're wearing the same clothes you're wearing that day.
He's got cargo shorts on.
Hang on a second.
Those shorts?
Yeah.
No.
Same shirt, though.
Look at the gut on Griswold. Look at that. Huh?
I think the shirt's kind of baggy.
Whatever, Tubby.
I never knew you were a
Whatever, Chunkles. What do you weigh there? About 350?
Oh.
You're over 3 bills. Look at that.
You're easily 350.
You guys are totally being mean now.
Well,
come on.
We had to be mean to get him to put the fork down.
Save his life. He's got a cow heart, isn't he?
So I want to just pause for a moment.
You look like you ate Bob.
I'm all the way in the back of the office. That photograph above the donkey on the upper right. That's a hockey team, Josh. I don't know if you can see. Every guy in that hockey team had a huge mullet. Mm-hmm. It was that era.
Yeah.
And visual and boring.
And the
now,
donkey.
wait a minute. You're saying that was a hockey team, and they all had the same haircut, and they.
Well, unfortunately we don't have that.
A mullet.
Is that desk still in the building?
Is that desk still in the building? I mean, this is bad off the air talk.
Yeah.
If this were off the air,
I walk out.
I'd be down the highway.
Now, Josh. And that's a special charity project. I'll give you some details on that, but those tickets are coming up on Q95.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk. Good morning. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, check.
Jessica Alsman is here.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
Coming up, a special edition of Sexy Time. Without Alli Breen, we're going to be doing it ourselves. We'll see how we do. But right now, it's time to check in with our winner from the Bob and Tom Pigskin Picks competition for Week 15. Our winner is Edward Bonilla. Do we have Edward on the phone?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Hello, Edward.
Now, are you an Edward or an Ed?
He's an Eddie.
I never go by Ed. I know that's probably one of your favorite things because of Mr. Ed, but no, I don't go by Ed. I think that's my dad. So,
This sumbitch right here is with the program.
I like you even more already, Edward. And it is pronounced.
Eddie.
Is it pronounced Bonilla?
yes, like the baseball player, no relation.
Okay, because it's spelled like vanilla, like gorilla. But,
yes, Tom, we know different letters have different sounds.
Okay. Well, that's what I hate about English.
Okay.
That's P is in pneumonia. Okay, I'm sorry. Edward, congratulations. You were one of 13 to get all 16 games correct in Week 15, and you won the tiebreaker, so that means you get to pick against Chick McGee. It also means you, of course, win that Steven Singer $500 gift certificate. Now, Mr. McGee, are you ready to take on Edward?
Are you kidding me? Of course I'm ready. Here we go. Eddie, you ready? Ready, Eddie?
It's Edward.
I am ready, Chickster.
All right. We've got, let's go right to the Battle of Ohio this weekend in Cincinnati. The Bengals host the Cleveland Browns. The Browns getting 7. Who do you like, Cincinnati or Cleveland?
Oof. Well, I'm a Cleveland fan, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to go with the Bengals. I think we're going to get beat up pretty good today.
Okay. I agree with Eddie. Take the Bengals minus the 7. Cincinnati still has some hopes of the playoffs. The Indianapolis Colts are hosting the Tennessee Titans. Titans are getting 3. Who do you like, Colts to cover or the Titans in that 3?
Oof. I am going to go with the Colts on that one. I like the Colts. They're not bad.
He's right again. Colts minus 3, Tom. Write that down.
Okay.
Let's see. And tonight's game, the Los Angeles Chargers in beautiful SoFi Stadium and the Denver Broncos. Broncos are getting 3. Do you like Sean Payton and his Denver Broncos and Bo Nix? Or do you like the Chargers minus the 3, Eddie?
Oof. You know what? I am going to go with the Broncos for my brother-in-law. He's a Broncos fan. So I'm going to go with him.
All right.
Okay, the Chargers can't lose again, can they? I'm going to say no. I like Chargers minus the 3, Tom. And
all right.
That's this week's shoe-in of the week.
Well, thank you very much. And by the way, you've also picked the other games, and they're posted where?
The Chick McGee on Instagram. Eddie, you all set for Christmas? You ready to go?
Oh, well, 2 kids, probably not. I would say not. My wife likes buying gifts, so I would doubt that we're done. So,
all right.
I see. Well, just between us, you did win this gift certificate for some jewelry. That might be helpful. You have a wife and everything. If you'd like to keep her, I'd recommend
using it on her.
Going to IHateStevenSinger.com. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, thank you. That was Christy Lee. Edward throwing you under the bus and then driving it over your head back and forth.
I like Christy Lee. What the heck?
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
I'm sorry. I'm not of
I
the
got
right
lucky.
mind.
My wife don't like jewelry. She has her rings from our getting married, and that's it. But I have a 13-year-old daughter who does not mind jewelry.
Aha.
So she's going to love it.
There you go.
That's great. Well, good for you. Well, Edward, it's been a great pleasure speaking to you, and the best of luck with your jewelry purchases for your lovely daughter, and give our best to your wife. And thanks so much for listening. We certainly appreciate it.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. You too, and thank you for everything you guys do. You guys make my days and my mornings a lot better when I have to go to work. So
you're very sweet, Edward. Thank you.
Thanks, Edward. Good.
Take care.
All right. Yes, sir.
I wish there was somebody we could listen to make our days better. That would really probably help.
Like an early morning show.
Yeah, that'd be
because you got your late show, then you got your late show.
Yeah.
Why isn't there an early show?
For the early people. Yeah.
For the really early people.
Yeah.
We rely on this to keep me in a good mood.
Right now, Patty G's been
chomping at the bit
over there.
Brand new is what I'm hearing. Brand new.
Now we debuted another song earlier this week, so that one really didn't fly. I thought it was quite clever, but
no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were with us and hating.
Crapped all over.
I believe I said it was
an audio turd.
A one-time audio turd.
It was not funny.
What song was that?
It was not funny, but at least it was long.
That's right.
Was I not?
I used my own joke against me.
I think these songs are fine. You just want to use that stupid joke every time. That's all you want to do.
It was called Techno Claus, right?
It's like a Santa Claus.
Oh, wait a minute, that was awful.
It opened. It opened. It had a couple good lines in the beginning, and then I think Pat got discouraged, by the response it was getting. And
so what I've done is I've taken that song and I want to redeem myself. This is called the Tom Griswold Christmas song.
Okay, all right.
Tom's correcting your speech. He's letting you know an Ivy League degree, and he's telling you so. Grammar Claus is coming to town. When I've sang or sung, he corrects me for sure. It's hanged, not hung, and it's restaurateur, not restaurateur.
Right. No end. You illiterate
Grammar
loser.
Claus is coming to town. He corrects you when you're speaking. It's not normalcy, you tool. You can't use a mixed metaphor in a song, you silly fool. Come on, Pat. You feel nauseated, not nauseous, and there's no such word as irregardless. Grammar Claus is coming. The rest of us are dumbing it down. Grammar Claus is coming to town. He's so pretentious.
Oh, see, that's brilliant and yet short. The good ones you want to make longer. Thank you, Pat.
It was educational, too.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe irregardless isn't a word. If you can
It's not
say
a
it,
word.
isn't it a word?
That's not a word.
Who knew?
It's regardless.
Regardless.
Who started the ear?
Some illiterate
fools.
wanted to sound like they were intelligent. Now, Christy Lee is right over there. I can see her. And she is sitting at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What's happening?
The so-called it animal for this holiday season apparently has been announced.
Lemur?
It animal.
Mm-hmm.
What was your guess?
A lemur?
Oh.
That'd be a good one.
That's a good guess. That'd
Ocelot.
be cuter than this one.
Ocelot?
No? Anybody? Do you want to guess, Josh?
No, I don't.
Pocket puppy dog.
God, I love you.
Once again, he's not paying attention. You can't ask
I was
him questions.
absolutely paying attention.
The world's largest rodent has been turned into cuddly plush toys with images
capybara?
of capybaras can be found on
What is it?
slippers.
How do you pronounce it?
Capybara.
It's in an old gum.
It's the largest.
Capybara.
Okay.
It's in the rat family.
Anaconda food.
What did you want me to pronounce it?
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
Honey, I'm going out to the store to get capybara. That's an anaconda. Leaving for the shopping
All right, be careful
grocery
now.
store.
You can find them on slippers, purses, robes, bedding, T-shirts, phone cases.
Hey, we
even
give me
bath
pantyhose
bombs.
while you're out? I just need the one.
The capybara follows a long tradition of trendy animals, such as last year's I don't know what this is. AXOLOTL.
You've seen these. They're these oxyotl or something like that.
Okay.
But they're oxidals. They're little. They look like amoeba.
No, that's a giant legless spider with huge jaws.
So who
It's all
determines?
jaws. If you see it, it looks like it has big
Is
teeth.
this based on what stuffed animals are selling? Is that the?
Richard Dare, the longtime owner of the Learning Express Toys
Dick
franchise. Yep, in Illinois, said social media
That show
plays
did
a
not
large.
last long on Nickelodeon.
No.
Dick Dare.
Dick Dare.
Today's Dick Dare has been canceled.
The social media plays a large role in how characters or animals blow up like crazy. I remember the sloth thing. Remember that was like everywhere.
Here's your axolotl.
They look like
they're underwater little.
they look like outer space.
I do remember that.
Weirdo salamanders.
But they kind of make. They are weirdo salamanders. They kind of make.
They look fake.
They make cute plushies.
Yes, I agree.
It looks like a Rick from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, they're really odd. But yeah, that was again. So the
capybara
is like a giant guinea pig.
Yeah, it's a huge rodent.
Okay. Are people getting them for real? Can you keep them like a pet?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I don't.
You're just asking for an anaconda to show up at your.
Hi, excuse me. I heard you had a capybara here. Is that
I
true?
think capybaras are native to North America. Are they? Are they just?
I don't
South
think they are. I
American?
think they're like an Amazonian.
Yeah,
I think
I thought
They're one of the few animals in the wild. They wear hats.
Oh,
Isn't that nice? That's where the cap comes.
And
from.
off to the left.
Yeah.
For a little flavor.
Yeah. A little funky capybara.
Funky.
Thank you very much. Coming up, a special edition of Sexy Time. Am I going to be the host? Oh, thank you.
Of course you will.
We have
take a vote.
we have also we just spoke with our. I really enjoyed talking to Edward, and he's got that.
nice.
He's got that Steven Singer gift certificate. He's going to buy something nice for his 13-year-old daughter. That's sweet. I wonder if he'll choose a pair of those Anita diamond stud earrings from Steven Singer Jewelers.
Perfect.
You can see them by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. Those start, by the way, at $298 a pair, and of course they're made with earthborn diamonds, real diamonds. That's what Steven Singer specializes in. He's got that famous full 100-day, 100% no-hassle money-back guarantee. I have been told he has more diamond earrings than any other jeweler in the country. Find out and perhaps get a pair. I would get that done today, by the way, so you can have it in time for the big holiday just around the corner. Now, Steven Singer can be reached once again at IHateStevenSinger.com. Free shipping. Always important to mention that. And lots and lots of different things, including those beautiful bracelets. The one that you like so much, Christy Lee.
The At Last bracelet.
At Last.
Beautiful.
Check that one out. And these are real diamonds from a real jeweler you can trust. IHateStevenSinger.com. That's where you'll find our friend Steven Singer. When we come back, a special edition of Sexy Time. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, where's my big bowl?
Hey Josh, new orange insoles are in with that deep heel cup. You should see how deep this heel cup is.
Deep heel cup, you say?
Josh, what are you doing?
Deep heel cup.
They're for your shoes.
My shoes, you say? Orange insoles come with a deep heel cup and arch support to provide everything you need to keep up with your everyday activities. Orange insoles are great if you work on your feet all day, simply taking on the world. Orange insoles will help you feel better and do more, guaranteed. Get your orange insoles today and step into a world of comfort. OrangeInsoles.com.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, everybody. It's Jeff Oskey here from the Annals of the Bob and Tom Library.
It's Annals, Jeff.
Oh, did I mispronounce that?
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah. No problem.
While I was doing some research the other day, I came across, and I don't think Tom even remembered writing this, but I came across the self-help book that Tom once wrote.
Oh, really?
Called There's My Way or the Wrong Way.
Oh, look at that.
The Tom Griswold story.
Hot dog.
There's even some blurbs on the back. Let's take a look at these real quick.
Look how thick that is.
That's quite a book. It's 1,942 chapters.
Wow.
What a tome. How much advice Tom has.
Well, I hadn't finished it yet.
Okay. Here's some of the blurbs. It's good, but not as good as my joke book, says Kiss fan Ace Cosby. Media darling Christy Lee says, I want to be there when Tom records the audiobook so I can interrupt him every 5 seconds. If Tom tells me I like the book, then I like the book, says musician Pat Godwin. And global sensation Chick McGee says, get the F away from me right now. Let's take you guys want to hear a few excerpts from Tom's?
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
This is my self-help book.
This is your self-help book. Let's read a few excerpts. Chapter 1. Well, I can't see you, and I've never met you. I can tell without a doubt you could probably use a haircut. And not one of those Hitler Youth of Tomorrow haircuts. A good old-fashioned, parted on the side American haircut.
There we go.
You look like someone who would buy a self-help book. Chapter 62.
Okay.
Life's problems. No matter how privileged your life is, you're bound to encounter problems. Some problems will be easier to resolve than others, but I've found throughout my years, the best way to handle problems is by throwing money at them. Don't have money? You better get some, because you're going to need a lot of it. They say, mo money, mo problems. But what they should have said was, mo problems? You need mo money.
Here.
Very astute.
Thank you. I'm very proud of that one.
Chapter 114, Confrontation. Like you, the reader, I'm no fan of confrontation, so my advice to you is avoid it at all costs. There is no room for pride when it comes to avoiding confrontation. Put in your Raycon earbuds and pretend you're on with your doctor. You can't stoop too low. Tell them you'd love to talk to them soon, but you're running late to a funeral. Sure, they might not be happy, but you are. And that's all that really matters.
Sound advice.
This actually isn't.
It's good. This is not far off.
Chapter 956. The problem is you. If you're depressed or have anxiety or down and lonely, remember the problem is always you. You are the problem each and every time. Not me. I'm never the problem. You are the problem. Until you take ownership of that, you will always have problems because you are you.
I haven't read any of this, and I want to read more.
And in conclusion,
the end. I did.
I'm a genius, and you're all a bunch of incompetent buffoons. That means ridiculous but amusing. Now go out and make it a great day.
Nice.
Beautiful.
It's my new book.
Look forward to its publication.
Oh.
Back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here for the brand new Sexy Time show with Christy Lee and Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin, Jessica Alsman, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Special edition. Alli Breen got called to do a little bit of TV this morning. So she has sent us the letters. And so I thought we'd go around the horn and we'll do our usual analysis as we try to help people with their love lives.
All right.
I'll start.
All right.
If you don't mind.
I have one that's numbered number 1.
Oh, are these in order?
They are in order and they are numbered. Yes, they are numbered. We're supposed to go in order.
You'll sit there and listen.
I will. I'll be extra uncooperative then. What does it say?
Dear Allie, my husband is a pilot, and I found out last year he has a 5-year-old kid in another state.
Oh.
I've stayed with him because I love him a ton, and he is a great dad to our kids. He has to pay child support, which I get, but she keeps asking for more and more. I accept the kid, but I hate his mom, as I think she intended for this to happen. She's using him like a piggy bank, and it's making me madder and madder. He has to pay what he owes, but I told him not $1 more, or I feel like it means he cares about her. Am I right or wrong? She wants to know, since he may pay more child support because the woman is asking for more, does that mean he actually cares about the woman? I say it does not.
Does not.
Of course not. Yeah.
As long as the money goes towards the kid.
But how do you know the money's going toward the kid?
Yeah. Well, there's a good chance it isn't.
I'm seeing this more as an interesting Hallmark movie.
Isn't this called extortion?
The whole pilot thing is kind of a fun theme.
Oh, they already have that Christmas Island, trust me.
Oh, they do?
I just watched it the other day.
A woman in every port kind of thing?
No, this was the woman was the pilot.
I say let's go conspiracy theory on this. Okay, this is the one. How many more are there?
Ooh,
well,
yeah,
What other cities has he flown to? And there are a lot of little kids that look like him.
I hope that's not the case.
I see.
She sounds pretty patient, though. Like, she's okay with it. And as
Well, of
the
course.
wife, but yeah.
He has a kid out there. Okay. He has to pay child support. Okay. Why can she keep asking for more and more
That's
money?
what I don't know.
Maybe she has something.
If he's
on it.
making more and more money and she takes it to the court.
I got you.
Oh, I get
Okay.
it.
Let's get to our next letter. This one's too serious. What else have you got?
Is it because you weren't able to do one first? Is that why? Is that why it is?
No,
I tell you what.
I kind of think there
I
is
tell you
something to that.
What number do you have?
4.
Okay. Okay, I have 2. You want to switch?
Yes.
You do.
God. You guys are babies.
Go ahead.
Dear Allie, I took my girlfriend to see the movie Wicked.
Uh-huh.
She dressed in a pink puff sleeve dress.
Yes.
Without warning me.
Without warning me?
We are 43 years old. Is this a red flag? It seemed weird to me.
This is a date?
Yeah, it says girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend, okay.
No, she's dressing like the character. That's part of the deal.
No one in that theater was judging her that actually enjoyed Wicked.
So is that you're supposed to dress up like the Wicked Witch or whatever?
It makes perfect sense that people are doing that.
So this guy's okay.
Yes, he's fine.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I think I too would have hated it.
Yeah. I would have also hated it.
But at least this guy did something I wouldn't, which is go to that movie.
Yeah, there you go.
It's okay to dress in cosplay stuff, right? To go see films? Why?
It's fine. It makes sense. Again, that he's doing that. Yeah.
It's not for me, but that's
exactly.
fine.
Yeah.
So you just think that's too much fandom?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Christy nailed it because you might consider in a certain situation dressing up.
No, I've gone to plenty of screenings and I've never wanted to dress up. I just enjoy the product. But
Did your person with you ever do that?
No.
Now, Jessica, you've done this, haven't you?
At the theater, though, I would just maybe wear a T-shirt that represented the movie. I'm wearing a
See, I
Star
wouldn't even
Wars
do that.
shirt.
But I get that people do it, and it's fine.
And some people will dress up as a full-on, the new Batman movie. I'm dressed up as Batman, whatever.
Right.
But it is kind of, I don't know how, I guess I wouldn't think of anyone dressing up for Wicked unless it was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. She's normal.
Okay, I think it's okay. I went to see Last Tango in Paris dressed.
Is it a stick of butter? What?
I wore a stick of butter costume.
Yeah.
If you haven't,
they've made other movies. You know that? They've made a lot of other movies.
Yeah, really.
Hey, not the one that's endorsed by the American Dairy Association. By the way, I dress as unsalted butter.
Oh, thank you.
Makes it a little bit less painful. I'm sorry, Chris. Who's number 3?
Well, I have a long one, so bear with.
Is it more depressing than the first one?
Dear Allie, my wife rarely drinks, but when she does, boy, does she do it right.
Yeah.
When she approaches blackout, though, her inner spring breaker gymnast nymphomaniac side breaks loose and unleashes havoc upon the world.
I have no question or complaint. I'm just bragging to all of you.
Why are you telling us? I'm telling them.
Lack of inhibition. I mean, sex so loud and raunchy, neighbors on both sides bang on the walls. Here's the thing. She never remembers any of it and always brushed it off like I was teasing her. But a couple of years ago, I think she realized I wasn't joking and suddenly stopped drinking more than one beer at a time and goes out of her way to dress less sexy at drinking functions. She says it's because she doesn't like hangovers, but I can tell that's not the truth. Obviously, I enjoyed those nights, but I think subconsciously she did too, even if she doesn't remember. How can I convince her that it's still okay to let loose, especially when I'm there to keep her safe?
You need to just ply her with alcohol, sir. You should have shut up in the beginning when you had it, you moron.
Not a.
So you're going Cosby light. I would say.
I'm trying to. Yes, sir. You had it, you idiot.
Yeah, but those hangovers suck as you get older.
Yeah, exactly.
That's her problem.
You can tell her, hey, let's have some wild sex. You can say that.
Drink at home.
But apparently that wasn't happening unless she was drunk.
Right, but he hasn't said it. He's asking us for advice.
So, in other words, Josh, like always, you need to communicate.
Tell her you want some wild sex.
No, I'm telling you, you've already blown it. Good luck. Move on.
Cut it loose, right, Tom?
Yeah, dumb move. Okay.
I don't have. Who's next?
Oh, no, you're you're next now.
I'm number 2. That got moved to number 4.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Unbelievable, isn't it?
I bet yours is better.
Dear Allie, I don't know. My wife and I can't talk about politics. We always fight about it. I don't have this issue with any of my other friends, even if we disagree. My wife just gets mad if I don't think exactly like her, even if I explain why. Can we survive even if we can't talk about a huge part of life?
Whoa.
I don't know. I mean, if she's being unreasonable.
These days, everyone's like that.
Perhaps if you explained it really slowly to her, she would receive the information.
Every woman responds well to that.
Yeah, that's the way to go. That's absolutely. Then you can.
That'll work.
Good luck.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about politics.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I would say don't keep it a huge part of your life.
Every 4 years it comes up, or every 2, just don't see each other, talk to each other for a while.
Good luck. Yeah, that's not going to. Who's the famous couple where she's a Democrat, he's a Republican? Whatever.
Carville and
are they still out there? I haven't seen
Frozen
them.
Mouth.
Well, Carville's still out there.
Carville is.
Are they still together? Did that?
I think so.
Finally, okay.
Who has number 5?
I do. Dear Allie, I went on a first date with a woman, and when I asked if she wanted dessert, she said no, but she would like to order 2 meals to take home to her kids. I said yes because it would have been awkward to say no. But does this seem normal? I feel a little taken advantage of.
Okay, it's not crazy. It is wild, though, that she expected him to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think you would go, hey, by the way, my kids, they would love some of this. I'm going to get.
And did I mention that they like caviar and lobster and champagne?
Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and pay for it. She should have paid for that on a first date for sure.
Has that ever happened to you?
I have, yeah. And in fact, I've done that. Hey, I'm going to get my roommate this to go, but of course I'm paying for it.
But not a kid.
But you don't have a roommate.
And by the way, it was never a first date.
All right.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Pat.
What did you just say?
What did you say, Pat?
I said, but you don't have a roommate.
I used to. By the way, I'm going to get more meals I have 6 roommates.
Tom had a valid point. What is she ordering? Is she ordering a kid's meal or is she ordering lobster? So.
I think no matter what you're ordering, it's a little much to ask a first date to pay for.
Hell yes.
It is very weird.
It's very rude.
She probably wasn't planning on a second date. She's like, let's see if I can get some food for the kids.
But
that's actually.
Let me ask you this, Josh. Have you ever had a first date asked you to pay for a babysitter?
No, I haven't.
Have you?
Yes.
That's so weird.
How'd that go?
Especially you. Yeah, that'd be bad.
Were you now? Did she ask you before you guys went on the date or during the date?
No, before.
Hey, I can go out with you, but I need somebody to pay for my babysitter.
No, she said, "Can you pay for my babysitter?"
If you had said no, would the date be off?
I did say no.
And was the date?
Oh, there was no date then.
No.
Okay. No date. He said no.
Interesting.
Bring the kids.
You're
There
the
you go.
parent.
Have fun.
Okay.
I mean, how hot was she?
He said no when it wasn't a yes or no answer.
Hey, Ace doesn't work in yes and no's. Is this a surprise?
No, it's not a surprise to me, but it was a surprise to him, and then he chastised me.
Yeah, I know.
In front of millions of people.
Yeah. He does that because you know why? He's terrified of Ace for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, I can tell you why.
Yeah, I'm playing stupid. You will not be happy.
I mean, I sort of think
This is almost the worst thing ever. You know that, right?
But I think that's kind of a reasonable request.
The babysitter thing?
For a woman to say, hey, look, here's the circumstance. I kind of do, too. I think if that's done in advance,
right?
It would be weird if you were out and she said at the end of a bad day, oh, by the way, you need to pay for the babysitter.
That would be.
Asking in advance, I think it's perfectly reasonable.
I think it's reasonable, too.
If you don't ask, you don't get.
They're not my kids.
That's exactly how you said
that you know of. I was just saying, Ace, what if this woman were super hot?
Was she hot?
And on the phone, she goes, oh, God, I'm not sure
What do you mean?
I could.
Of course she was hot. She was going out with Ace.
I hear her going something like, well, I think I could go, but let's see, it's Tuesday. That's right after my Nymphomaniacs Anonymous meeting. Could you pay for the babysitter? Yes!
I have number 6. I'm in a relationship with a woman who is bisexual and polyamorous. That means she wants to date many people.
Okay. And she does it on a Schwinn.
What? What's the joke there?
What's the
bisexual.
Oh.
Wow.
I'll ask you again.
Okay,
What's the joke
remember
there?
when I said this is almost the worst thing ever? Remember that?
Should I said Huffy?
So she's bisexual and polyamorous. I am so in love with her, but afraid if I tell her I want to be monogamous, she will end it. If I just write it out, is there any chance she'll end up just wanting to be with me? I don't know. Who has number 7?
So who sent us these letters?
Alli.
Did Alli said because she couldn't be on the show, she sent us the crap letters? Is that what happened?
The bottom of this.
That's what happened.
What's your thought on that, Josh?
I think if you want to be monogamous with her, you should bring it up. And if she ends it, well, then it wasn't meant for it to be.
Because she obviously doesn't.
She enjoys.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that she will want to continue at the very least being bisexual. Now, you could say, hey, I want to be the only man in your life.
There you go.
If you're comfortable with that. But
Does that mean that they're in this, like they are bringing them into each other's bed?
not necessarily, no.
Okay.
No, it doesn't sound like that.
She's got other folks
Okay.
of various persuasions, and they could be.
She's real greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
More D, more V, everything.
Put them everywhere.
any orifice in a storm. What's the phrase I'm looking for? Okay.
Who has number 7?
I think that was it.
Oh, that was it?
Oh.
Well, that was it.
Well, Alli Breen can be found. Alli, are you performing anywhere this week?
Well, yes.
None of your damn business.
If you have love troubles, ALLIBREEN, and then Alli is also on OnlyFans at ALLIB, and I haven't been observing her OnlyFans,
You
but
can see my butt.
apparently you can see her butt, according to Josh, and I think she was going to do some kind of holiday-themed activity.
She promised.
Okay, yeah. So that was all the letters?
That was all the
believe
letters.
so.
Okay.
Blew through those.
Okay.
I wondered if she's received any letters from women or wives asking, hey, me and my husband listen to the show. Do you know if my husband is a subscriber of your OnlyFans? You know what I mean? I wonder if she's received any of those letters yet.
Right.
Like, he says no, but...
My husband is now
Dot, dot, dot.
addicted to your OnlyFans. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
What would you do, though? Would you tell her? I mean, if I were Alli Breen, would I tell this wife, "Oh yeah, your husband does follow me"?
Well,
I wouldn't want to get involved in that.
You can also use a fake name on OnlyFans.
Ooh.
What do you use?
I use T. Griswold.
That's good. I was wondering where I was getting those great nails. Keep it up. It's really enjoyable. We have time to switch gears and go back to the news desk.
It's kind of a holiday
Silac
story.
Insurance News. I'm sorry. What do you got?
Hot Dr. Pepper, the latest winter beverage taking the internet by storm.
Hot Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
This is an old thing for the
I've heard of a
holidays.
flaming Dr. Pepper.
Chick's right. It is kind of an old thing. The warming drink went viral after it was posted on Instagram. Legend has it. Is it Wesby? Is that the guy's name?
Wesby R. Parker.
Yeah, Wesby R. Parker, president of the Dr. Pepper Company, came up with the idea for a hot rendition of the soda way back in 1958.
Is this boozeless?
As a way to market the product during colder months, yes.
Wow, okay.
Most recipes for the beverage recommend heating to 180 degrees, which is enough to make it piping hot, but without reaching the boiling point. Don't want to scald your mouth.
And then right down the throat.
Because a flaming Dr. Pepper is booze, but it just kind of changes. It tastes like Dr. Pepper. I don't think there's actually any.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't had that. To complete this hot Dr. Pepper experience, though, you need to add lemon slices, according to the story.
I bet it's good. Well, no, there's no.
And they're
It sounds
recommending-
to me. This sounds like a sex act.
What? What is? You need to get laid.
Godwin, your thoughts on this?
I have no thoughts on that. No, Pat was just
Sounds like a band name to me.
Pat was telling me in the green room 3 weeks ago he gave her the hot Dr. Pepper.
Is that what I said?
Doesn't it sound like? Oh, I don't tell you what.
Yes, but
I gave her the hot Dr. Pepper.
You know what? I'm gonna out us. As Godwin once said in the hallways, comedic equation, anything. I'm ratting us out, Pat. You and I were both complaining about this.
All right, go ahead.
Because one time, Pat ran into me in the hallway. I'm so tired of this. Doesn't that sound like a sex move joke? Oh, I dropped a pencil. Oh, that sounds like a sex move. Drop a pencil.
Yeah, I gave her.
Oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, that sounds like a thirsty man.
Well, I did hear Pat say I gave her half the pencil.
Josh, I'm already in the penalty box. I don't need to go back.
You don't think the hot Dr. Pepper fits that scenario?
I'm just saying everything could be a sex move.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
Yes, everything does.
Name something on your desk right now that you're looking at.
That's your go-to.
Okay, the something I might the wired mouse.
Oh, I gave her the old wired mouse the other night.
Sound like a sex move, Josh?
She won't walk right for a week.
You mean you put a wired mouse in her butt?
Back to
We're just following the way you are leading
Did I do
us.
it wrong?
You got to go to the Tuna Lagoon.
You gotta put the mouse in first.
Oh,
You use the wire to get it out.
I really-
You moron. Well, from now on,
Oh,
the
boy.
hot Dr. Pepper.
What?
Simply Safe. Hey, want to hear about Simply Safe?
Sounds like a sex move.
Darn right you do. They're extending their massive Black Friday deal for Bob and Tom listeners. Get 50% off the new Simply Safe security system, the home security that I trust, and 50% off just in time for the holidays. Just go to simplysafetom.com. A new way to protect your home that stops intruders before they break in. Old school systems only take action once somebody's already in the house. That's too late. Simply Safe has Active Guard outdoor protection. Changes the game by preventing crime like break-ins, package thefts, vandalism before it even happens. Active Guard agents can see anyone lurking or acting suspicious in real time, talk to them directly, set off spotlights, and even call the police before they can break in. No long-term contracts, no cancellation fees. All for around $1 a day. Simply Safe extending their massive Black Friday deal for Bob and Tom listeners this week only. Get 50% off any new system with a select professional monitoring plan. It's your last chance to claim their best offer of the year. Head to simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chickbeat. When we come back, there's one more thing about the hot Dr. Pepper I just was reading about it. There's one more thing that's kind of interesting. I think you're going to like it.
All right.
It's not a sex move, Josh. What I should have said when you asked any object on my desk, I should have said the hot plastic honey bear.
Oh,
and I gave her the hot plastic honey bear.
That's an actual sex move.
Yeah. Sadly, the burns on her face, she'll never be able to go outside again. This is the Bob and Tom Show. kids are, 11 is your son, right?
Yes, correct.
How old's your daughter?
6.
6. Okay, great.
Yeah,
she still gets away with stuff, probably. 6 years old.
She's so funny that I just refuse to punish her for anything.
Right.
She came up from kindergarten one day and she goes, "Dad, Stacy and I were playing catch and she hit me right in the balls." She only has an older brother. She's only heard that area referred to as that. A good dad would tell her that she's wrong. I am not going to do that. I have chosen to use that to my advantage. She'll be on her first date and making out with some dude and she'll be like, "Touch my ball." Guess who's done making out? Until at least college, because now everyone in high school thinks she has balls. Thanks, Facebook.
Best daddy. Come on. Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Myq Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Myq Insurance Company.
This is Duke Tomato and the Power Trio.
Water?
And we've got the Brass Mouth Horns and the lovely Steven Singer Singers. And I believe we have a special presentation coming up. No one's telling me anything.
All right. Duke. Thank you very much, Duke.
Yes,
Sounding
thank
great,
you.
Gentlemen.
What's going on in sports, Chick?
This is weird.
I kind of like it.
We have a special guest.
Wait a minute! I think we have a very special unannounced guest, and I'm just beyond consolation that
What?
Tom's going to miss this. I don't know. Did you see?
I saw something.
Saw something.
What's going on?
It was like the
I
Finn
thought I
and
saw
Joe.
fan.
Well, who could this be?
Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Mango. Yeah. So nice to be here. Thank you very much.
Dick Mango in the house.
Mr. Mango.
Oh, man. Man, I feel like I'm channeling the king.
Oh, okay. Good.
Oh, my God. I'd like to introduce the band, but I don't know their names.
That's all right, Dick.
No problem.
I got this young elf next to me, Mr. Duke. Oh, it's Dr. Duke. Excuse me.
Wait for it to come around.
Wait for it to come around.
Here comes the top of the form, then.
Here it comes. I think I feel it's coming right here.
Oh.
Here now. Right now.
5, 6, 7.
Have a blue Christmas without you.
Yeah.
You know, bitch left me for a mall Santa Claus. Of course, they had a new F-150 from Ford. I can see the appeal. But, I'm just going to pause while wait for the music.
Sure. Yeah, gotta wait for Vamp, Dick, Vamp.
You'll be doing all right. You'll be doing all right. With your Christmas white.
Oh, God.
But I'll have a blue Christmas. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Dick Mango. Very nice.
Oh, boy. Your stocking is hung, and so, of course, so am I, like a donkey. Like a donkey in a live major nativity. So.
All right.
Good night. Thank you for joining us.
All right, Dick. Oh, what a shame that Tom missed that.
Yeah,
He's going to be very.
Oh, boy.
He loves Dick Mango. He's his biggest fan.
He is a big fan.
I didn't know Dick Mango was so good at accents. My goodness, that Elvis was killer.
Well, when you channel the king, it's going to come through, isn't it? Boy, oh, boy.
someone would give me a definitive answer, I'd be happy to say what it was, but they're not. So, sorry.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Josh Arnold, there's Christy Lee, and Pat Godwin, and Jessica Alsman, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
A couple of real quick things.
Okay.
Let's see now. Greg Hahn, New Year's Eve with Willie G, Grand Island, Nebraska. The back room at Bosselman is where they're going to be for a special New Year's Eve show. That'll be great. Kostaki Economopoulos is on the road tomorrow and Saturday. He'll be at the Underground Laugh Lounge in Niles, Michigan, Friday night. And Saturday night, and then Sunday the 22nd, he's at Presidential Brewing in Portage, Michigan. Our friend Kostaki Economopoulos out there on the road. One other thing, we talk occasionally about these. This is not one of them. This is a little model of an old ABA basketball, the American Basketball Association. When they merged with the NBA, they brought along, of course, the three-point shot. It changed the game, as they say. There's a great charitable organization that is selling official ABA basketballs. And it's available. They're available exclusively at lanasports.com. And this is, I think, the last day you can kind of guarantee a Christmas delivery.
Yes.
But it's a great program. It's helping out a bunch of the retired, aging, old ABA players that really need the money. So it's a great charity. And if you get a chance, lanasports.com to grab one of those. We had an odd story about this hot Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Which is not a... It's a...
Look at him, Josh. Look at him.
No, this is a real thing, and it was, I guess, developed by the president of Dr. Pepper.
I'm surprised you don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't.
1958.
So I found this article in Food and Wine magazine, and what's really funny is there's a viral video out there from someone that has racked up 2 million views.
No, I mean, in the 60s, Dr. Pepper in a punch bowl and heated up and warm, was everywhere.
Yeah, and this woman says she makes Dr. Pepper in her crock pot.
There you go, yeah.
Can you imagine you go to a party and, crock pot, but they got meatballs. What's in it? Oh, there's hot Dr. Pepper in it. I got to go park my car. It just doesn't seem all that.
Do you not like Dr. Pepper in general?
No, I do, but why in a crock pot?
Keeps it
Keeps
warm.
it warm.
It's supposed to be a hot Dr. Pepper.
Like a hot
You want to go to a party where they have a hot Dr. Pepper instead of meatballs?
Not boiling. It keeps it on the warmer.
Yeah.
You know, you can add Dr. Pepper to meatballs.
I've heard people do that.
It tastes pretty good.
You could also just go ahead and throw them out.
Yeah. You can throw them right in the garbage.
Throw right in the garbage, yeah.
And scream, no thank you.
And break the crock pot over O's head.
Okay.
Go out and get your car. Keep whistling.
By the way, I want you to get your entries in for week 16 of the Bob and Tom Pigskin Picks, because the Thursday Nighter will be that'll be the beginning of week 16. Just pick your winners, please, to win that gift card from Steven Singer Jewelers. Now, time to move forward with.
I don't know.
It's December 19th, Tom.
Okay. Wait a minute, hold it. Are we going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just reading about this.
All right, hang on.
Don't know who any of these people are.
Hanging on. So you don't want the music?
Just fade it.
You want the music?
Just fade it, though.
You don't know.
Born in 1915. Christy, do you know who this is? You probably should. Edith Piaf.
Oh, boy, that sounds like a sex move, doesn't it? Edith Piaf. Oh,
I was going to say
she
developed the famous side dish. Rice Piaf.
Rice Piaf.
Piaf.
Is she an author?
No, she's famous.
What is she? Yeah,
French something, right?
She was. She has some sort of famous
French songstress.
Song, speaking French. Yeah.
Was she the La Vie en Rose lady? Bridget McDonough, all that kind of stuff.
What is it?
La Vie en Rose.
Yes.
And she was like 4 feet tall.
No, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
That's what
she was too tall to be a munchkin, and
4 feet tall.
I don't know. I want to see where this is.
You know what? You're right. Let's keep him talking. Go ahead.
She was originally cast as the tallest of the Munchkins, and then they said, "Hey, this movie is in English, lady. Get the hell out."
Oh boy.
Okay. Let's see.
What is the official line for
Isn't it 4?
Midget
Is it 4'11"?
I thought it was 4'8", maybe.
I don't think we can do that.
I think the word is small. I don't know, but I just know she was small of stature. 1943. This is a good one. Happy birthday to Walt No Neck Williams.
What the hell's that?
Yep, just went chin to chest.
Famous member of the Chicago White Sox.
What?
Given that nickname by Bill No Tact Johnson. There you go.
Hey, No Neck, why you crying? They won't stop me.
A better player than Dave No Feet Sims.
Do you remember Mordecai Three Finger Brown?
Yes.
Yes. Those are nicknames.
Yes,
people.
I would expect that. I'm guessing here that Walt No Neck Williams made this list only because of the nickname. I don't know. Did he have a distinguished career as a White Sox?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
What year did he play? Does it say?
It says he was born in 1943, so he probably would have played in the 70s.
Wow. When I was a kid, yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. So, but maybe a great nickname, certainly. Christopher Nicholas Sarantakos, born in this date in 1967. You know who that is?
He invented the taco. Yeah, don't talk down to me.
Chris Angel, actually.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does some of that stuff.
He's an alien.
They're illusions. I know that, but going in, I don't know how. I still don't know how he does it.
The very fine actor Jake Gyllenhaal, born in this date in 1980.
Watch what's that movie? Prisoners, where he plays plays Loki, the police detective.
Nightcrawler's real good.
Really good.
A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, published for the first time in 1843 on this date, just in time for the holiday season.
Yeah, that was good.
That came in handy.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just kind of left that out, huh?
Glad he didn't do it at Easter.
And of course, he envisioned Mr. Magoo. Portraying
Bill Murray Scrooge.
You know, Charles Dickens, that sounds like a sex move, doesn't it?
Oh, it sure does.
Charles Dickens.
Gave her the old Charles Dickens.
Is he the only one they take a name and make it an entire period? Dickensian, is he the only one?
Oh,
that's a good question.
Yes.
I think so.
The answer?
I'm satisfied. I believe you.
The answer is actually no. This is the Bob and Tom Show.